Polymer clay I love because it will cross all ages and all mediums. You can tone it with lots of different colours to make all the shades that you desire. You can mix it with resins, you can mix it with all sorts of mediums, but not just jewellery. You can also do things like add it to your scrapbooking, your card making, and children will love it. It's a non-toxic medium, so perfect for all the family. It would just be endless the amount of things you can make with it. I love it.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
Good afternoon, welcome to Jewellery Maker. If you've just tuned in, I'm Hannah Stuart, taking you through until 5 o'clock this afternoon. It is under £10 day today. Do you know what that means? Everything is going. There's no exceptions here. It's not like the kits that are kind of not going under £10, the star buys not going under £10. Everything is going under £10. Just so you know as well, there's a couple of things going through the schedule today. A couple of things on my sheet that weren't under £10. I just had to check with Scott. Just, you know, I mean, it is under £10 a day, so they're there now, so we might as well. And joined by the lovely Karen again today. Karen, it's lovely to have you back. How are you?
Thank you. I'm very well, thank you.
Good. I'm just glad you made it down here, all the way from Yorkshire?
Yes, York.
York, yeah. I think they're different places.
No, York's in Yorkshire.
York's in Yorkshire, that's all right.
Right,
I'm not very good at geography, you see, Karen. You know, sometimes.
Really?
Well, you think that, don't you? But then there are, like, you know, some places that perhaps I've been there, but I'm not going to go there again. I'm rubbish at geography. We've got loads coming up for you today. You're under £10 day. Including the kits. I've got these chains coming up for you in literally 15 minutes time. 5 different colours you've got there as well. They're fantastic. 5 metres. Brand new. There is a lot of commotion in the office today over a particular strand. Now, when I came in today, Scott passed me this strand. And I was like, what is that? Wow. Never, ever been seen before. Although, saying that, you may have seen it on the Facebook page about 2 months ago. Bella and Colin were out in India and they put a picture of this on our Facebook page and you were all telling them to bring it back. So they did. Brand new, and it's coming at 2:30 as well. Gorgeous. 1mm lapis, they're phenomenal. Never ever seen those. I've taken them around the office, shown everybody, took them into the workshop with Mark Smith today. Mark Smith loves them. Hopefully he'll be able to get them because he's not here, he's watching. Right, where should we start then? Herkimer quartz. Oh, wow, what a gemstone this is. Have a look at this. Do you know, this is the only gemstone that is naturally faceted. There is nothing else we can say that for. Herkimer quartz is naturally faceted by Mother Nature. It's almost like she's gone the extra mile with this one, you know, not just formed this gemstone, but also faceted it herself. It's just incredible. Do you know, I think this appeals to so many people because of that crystal-like formation that you've got with this gemstone. Also, the individuality that you've got there as well, in that no two will ever be the same. Famed for its fabulous inclusions. It's one of those gemstones where actually we're looking for those inclusions. a bit like your kind of emeralds. You know, I like to see inclusions within my emeralds. This is one of those that does make it very, very desirable in the gem world. I love the fact that with all of these strands of Herkimer quartz that we've ever had, if you look through every single one, they're slightly different, but you've just got that fantastic crystal formation there that just makes them so exquisite, so individual. Great for your gents pieces of jewellery there, but also they're going to be great with anything and everything in your stash, because you've kind of got that black and white, that black clear gemstone there. There isn't anything that wouldn't work with these, from your different coloured gemstones through to your different coloured findings, your different coloured threading materials. I've only got 20 chances now. All day, all afternoon, if you come in and you see anything and you think, right, well, I'm happy to pay £9.95 for that, just check it out. Just check it out, because that's the highest price tag that you will pay today is £9.95. £9.95. You've got 90 carats of your rough nuggets there, 3x2 to 12x2 millimetres in size, and that is a 25 centimetre strand that you've got there. You could just take, say this one here, look at this one. How, I'm going to say it, ace does that look? It's fab, isn't it? Oh, you could just take that one gemstone, pop that into a bracelet, gents bracelet, just on some cord, some simple threading materials, perhaps take your black cord, your hemp cord, something like that. That would look so, so fabulous. And that would be a big carat weight of a genuine gemstone that you've got there. Individually, they're absolutely huge. So easy to get involved this afternoon. If you've been watching all morning, haven't yet opened up your basket, all you need to do is dial the number at the bottom of your screen, 0800 644 655, or you can join us on the web at JewelleryMaker.com. Just make sure that you check out your baskets as soon as you possibly can. The last under £10 day that I had was so busy. I think we got to the last 15 minutes of the show and we'd kind of run out of products to bring you, because everything was just selling out really, really quickly. You've got to be quick on days like these. Do remember, you've still got a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. So if for whatever reason you get these home and you think, they're not for me, just send them back. We don't take that 30-day money-back guarantee away from you. Just because we're bringing you everything under £10 today, you've still got your £2.95 P&P from midnight last night right up until midnight tonight. And that doesn't matter how many times you shop with us today as well. Last 5 chances, lots of you multi-mine. Audrey in Greater London, you've got 2 collected in Bedfordshire, you've got 2 well done. Susan in East Sussex, Victoria, Melanie, Lee, Carmel in Dublin, collected in the West Midlands, collected in Greater Manchester. Lynn in Greater Manchester, you're there as well. Congratulations to you. AF, RU75 is your code for that one. Well done. Now, coming up in the second kit today, I've already called my mum and said, can you make sure you get me this kit today? Because it's going under £10. Fluorite is one of my favourite gemstones, and you're going to get a fantastic multicoloured strand in the second kit. This particular strand would be a great addition to that kit. If you love fluorite, then make sure you're coming in and getting this today. Never been seen before. You're looking at a brand new strand here. You've got 140 carats of your green fluorite, 5x4 to 11x7 millimetres in size, and they are your plain pairs. Not very often we get to see your plain pairs. Now, it's great when a gemstone is this light and not faceted. When you get faceted gemstones, the light tends to hit the facets and bounce back off. So when you've got a plain gemstone like this that is not faceted, it allows that light to enter the gemstone and give it that fantastic, fantastic inner glow. Now, because you have such a lightness to this gemstone as well, it really does glow spectacularly. You've got the most beautiful, serene shade, pastel shade of green with this one as well. Fluorite is one of those gemstones that perhaps you've never seen before. I've never seen it on the high street. In fact, I've never seen it anywhere else. Not to say it's not there, it may be there, but it's one of those that is a standalone gemstone for me. I only ever want to put fluorite with multicoloured fluorite or with amethyst. That's it for me, but it's entirely up to you. Now, just to give you a heads up on this one, this was one of the ones on my list that was above £10. But just because it was there, we have to go under £10. 0800 644 655, and that's exactly where it was, and that's exactly where it should be. £14.95. 0800 644 655. That's what I was expecting. £9.95. Apparently not. 0800 644 655. £8. We didn't have to do that, did we? but we have, because we like to do things like that here at Jewellery Maker. ADRU20 any other day, and that would have been £14.95. Look at the size of the gemstones that you've got here as well. Individually, they are really, really sizable at 5x4 to 11x7mm in size. You've got the glacier greens with your fluorite here, which is so, so popular. One of the most popular colours. The glacier blues and the glacier greens within fluorite are really, really popular. It might be that you already have a strand of the blues. It might be a strand that you've got some multicoloured fluorites in there as well. Karen, I guess you'd have liked to have this with the kit, because you've got that multicoloured strand.
Yes, they're such a pretty green.
They're gorgeous.
Go nicely with your top as well.
Thanks.
Do you like green?
I do love green. It is my favourite colour, certainly in a gemstone as well. I love green gemstones.
That's really nice. They're
really
pretty.
beautiful. They're really calming, aren't they?
Yes.
Really serene hue you've got there. I love those.
It's a lovely sparkle in them as well.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. They lend themselves beautifully to earrings, and they look fantastic as earrings drops. Or you could perhaps put these into some kind of tiara, using them in a tiara twist. We've just seen a fantastic Wall of Fame entry actually with a magnificent tiara. That was incredible. These would have looked beautiful in that as well. Get them home today, not £14.95 but £8.95. I've got people buying 2s and 3s of these. And you know, that's another great thing about us here at Jewellery Maker, is when we do bring you these offers, we're not kind of limiting you to how many you can have per customer. If you want to come in and you want to check out 5 of these, 10 of these, if we have quantity there, you can take as many as you like. And if you are brand new to us here at Jewellery Maker, and you're thinking, do you know what, I might just have a go at this, do it, because you will never look back, promise. Free telephone number, 30-day money back guarantee. The price that you see on your screen is all you are paying, nothing else, just your P&P. There's no hidden extras, there's no add-ons, nothing like that. The price tag that you see on screen, plus your postage and packaging, which is £2.95 standard here in the UK, and that is it. And you can keep adding to that order all day long and take advantage of that one postage and packaging. 140 carats of your fluorite. Over half of the stock has gone already. We didn't start with a huge quantity of these. And I'm just going to count out actually how many you've got. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Approximately 38 gemstones you've got there. That is loads of earrings, isn't it? They look gorgeous. Long drops in earrings. I'm thinking silver. What colour would you use with these?
I would use silver.
You would use silver?
Definitely silver. It would make it pop more.
Yeah, and I think because silver's very bright, isn't it? It's very lustrous as well, and with this being such a light and bright gemstone, I think they complement each other beautifully. But saying that, you know, any colour in your stash at all, if I just pop the gold chain with those, you can see how well your gold's going to work. Then your silver, how fab that looks. The rose gold or the copper, you can see how that's going to work as well. These coming up for you in just a second, by the way, as a star buy. If you've got the fluorite in your basket right now, get checking out as soon as you can. You're going to absolutely love that when you get it home. And do you know what? I think it's one of those gemstones, fluorite, that you can kind of take through the seasons as well. You know, it doesn't just, you know, kind of lend itself to spring, summer, although it does immediately make me think of spring, but I think it would look great in kind of, you know, icy wintry designs, kind of ice queen designs perhaps as well. It working in autumnal pieces because you've got those greens there as well. Well done if you've managed to get that. Rabina in Lanarkshire on the telephone lines, you've just got 2. Well done. So if you've got a phone in your hand right now, stay exactly where you are because you can do it. Well done. Right. Those chains, time for a star buy. I've got 5 meters of chain. 5! That's a huge amount. Now, chain for me is one of those things. It's an absolute essential in your stash. Whether you're new or whether you are a regular here at Jewellery Maker, you know, it's something that you will always need if you're making earrings, if you're making bracelets and necklaces. You know, it can be used for many more things as well, but it's an essential part. And I think whenever we bring you these kind of bundles, it's fabulous because having these different colours, you know, as I'm always saying, we've all got different preferences. Mine is automatically silver every time. Yours might automatically be gold. You might go to a craft stall or you might have something on your craft stall. Say, for example, this pearl necklace that one of our budding beaders, Anne, has made here. So Anne has got these pearls, which are coming up for you later on, and she's used silver findings and silver chains. So it might be that you come over to the craft stall and say, do you know what, I absolutely love that design, but I just wish it was in gold. And you could say, well, actually, do you know what, I've got some gold findings and I've got some gold chain. Would you like me to make you the same design but use gold, or the copper, or the bronze, or the black? You know, everybody's different on that. And also it depends on your designs massively as well, doesn't it? You know, it might depend on the coloured gemstone, the size of the gemstone, the design, the look that you're going for at the time. 5 metres of chain is so much. Now with just 1 metre, any one of these, you could get 2 16-inch lengths for necklaces, and you could get 1 7-inch length for a bracelet. So that's just with 1. So with 5 of those, you could get 10 16-inch lengths and 5 7-inch lengths for bracelets. So that actually, they're going to go a really, really long way. But it might just be that actually, as I would do you know what, I'm going to take the silver, and what I would do is just take that entire length for myself and layer that look up. And you know, just by itself, looks really, really pretty. You don't have to add any pendants on there if you want. But when you think about all the different mediums that we bring you here at Jewellery Maker, so you know, wire work, polymer clay, your chain mail, all those different mediums, you can incorporate the chain into those designs. So, you know, whatever medium you're doing, it doesn't matter, you're going to need this chain at some point. Get these home. It might be that if you are somebody that sells your jewellery as well, that actually you just want to sell that by the inch on your craft stall as well. We always bring you trade prices here at Jewellery Maker. Star buys, we go that little bit further for you. We're going to go to Bargain Town, have a party, and come back again with this one. XRAZ61 is your code for these. 0800 644 655, £9.95. Can I just mention as well, because this is something, you know, sometimes I sit here and I'll talk away and then I think, wow, because this actually is silver plated chain. So there's actual silver that has been used in this. This here is actually gold plated. So there is gold over that chain there. Actual gold, actual silver. We're at £6.95 for you today. That is just incredible, incredible value. At £6.95 per metre, that works out to like £1 something per metre. So bearing in mind you could break that down to three pieces of jewellery per metre. Oh, I don't know, that's like 40 pence something for a 16-inch necklace or a 7-inch bracelet. So incredible, isn't it, the value, Karen?
Be lovely with the just with the drop of the green fluorite at the bottom of the silver
Just
chain.
one drop?
Just one drop.
That would look nice. And do you know what, that would make it go so far as well, wouldn't it? You could put that fluorite with any colour there, couldn't you? Absolutely any of them, and it would look gorgeous. XRAZ61 is your code for that. £6.95. If you're watching on the web right now, and you can do this at any time during any auction, just open up a new tab and type in a metre of silver plated brass chain and see what kind of price tags you can find. You've got 5 metres here. The links on this as well, approximately 2 millimetres in size. You could easily get a really decent gauge of wire through there. You could get your head pins through there, no problem at all. So if you wanted to attach any kind of charm to this design or a pendant via a head pin or wire, you can do that, no problem at all. If you want to take the whole length, all you need to do is add your jump ring at the end and a lobster claw fastening or a bolt ring clasp at the end. And that's it. So it can be really, really simple. It might be that you cut all of this chain and decide to have, you know, kind of tasseled earrings, or you could just use all that chain and make the most fabulous tassel design, couldn't you? Loads of you buying 2s and 3s. Sharon in Yorkshire, you've got 2. Claire in Lancashire, you've got 2. Jenny in Surrey's got 3. Well done to Linda in Surrey, you've got 2. Shirley in West Yorkshire, well done. Adeline in Moray, you've got 2. Well done. Stella in the Highlands. Pamela in Glamorgan, well done. Really, really busy on the phone lines this afternoon. Do remember it's a free telephone number. Even if you're on hold, 2 minutes, it's going to cost you a penny. Not a single penny. So if you've got a cordless phone in your hand and you're waiting to be answered, go and put the kettle on, because by the time it's boiled, you will have been answered. £6.95. Approximately 20 in baskets right now. Get checking out as soon as you can. XRAZ61 Collect it in Nottinghamshire. Sandra in Devon, Pamela, Shirley, well done. Jennifer, Linda, Anna, Stella, Adeline, well done. Janet, Delphine, well done. Jenny, Diane, Claire, you've got 2 in Surrey, well done. Fiona in Nottinghamshire, Pauline in Essex, Debbie in New Jersey, very regular bidder there on the web, well done to you. Collect it in the West Midlands, you've just managed to get yourself 2 of those. So you've got 2, that's 10 metres of chain.
It's a lot of chain.
I mean, it's gonna last you a long time, isn't it? You know, if you're just using them for kind of chain, you can get so many designs out of that. And let's say if you bought 2, what's that? Under £15? Yeah, under £15 for 10 metres of chain. That is incredible value. And you know, we do that all day, every single day of the week here at Jewellery Maker as well. Works out to £1.39 per chain for you. I'm going to hold the gold one up as well. I mean, that's gold plate in there, so I wonder how much gold, you know, actual gold has actually been used to plate that chain there as well. And that's the great thing about plating as well, is you get that look, you get the lustre and the look of that, you know, kind of solid precious metal, but then you've got such affordability because you've got your brass base metal there as well. Pauline in Berkshire, Dealey Weldon, Collector in Louisiana, Trudy in Staffordshire, Anne, Carol, Arlene in Greater London, Collector in Norfolk, congratulations to you. Or how about mixing up your colours? Loads of big designers doing that at the moment, very, very much on trend. Kind of mixing up your silver, your rose gold, your yellow gold in designs. Or you could go for a kind of a Gemma Crow kind of piece, couldn't you, and embellish your little black dress or something like that. Might go for the body chain or something like that. Loads and loads you could do with this chain. 0800 644 655. Well done, Philippa in Bristol, Lee. And Carol, Arlene, Collect it in Norfolk. Make sure you're checking out as soon as you possibly can. Now, on the mid-show, every single day we bring you 2 kits. One just after 1 o'clock and one just after 3 o'clock. Kits, if you are, again, brand new, it's a great way of getting started because we bring you several components in one kit and a massive saving. So at any point you can tune in and watch us live on the web if you want to, and you can buy things on the web anytime you like as well, so you can shop freely on the web. But when you tune in and you watch live on the web or on the television, you get discount codes, you get better prices, you get slashed prices. And with the kits, that's exactly what we do every time. So this one's going to be under £10 because it's a kit. Over £10, I'm thinking. Maybe? No. I mean, $14.95 would be brilliant. If we could do that, wouldn't it? Wire-tastic for you. I have some fabulous gauges of wire and some great colours as well. I've got your antique bronze coloured wire, which would go fantastic with some of those chains as well that we've just had there. So your antique bronze, I've got your 1mm gauge, 10 metres of that, and I've got 10 metres of your 0.4mm gauge. So again, for those of you that are new, your 1mm gauge, the gauge that I'm referring to is the thickness of the wire. So your 1mm gauge, that's quite thick, that's going to be great for structural pieces. So perhaps if you're wanting to make things like taupe necklaces, adjustable bangles, rings, anything like that, that's great for. Your 0.4mm wire, great for weaving with as well, so, or threading perhaps more delicate gemstones onto. 2 fantastic gauges, 10 metres of each. You then have your gold colour wire, which probably the most popular colour, I would say. Your gold coloured wire, you've got your 0.4, 10 metres of that one, and you've got 10 metres of your 0.8mm gauge. So you've got fantastic gauges, 40 metres in total. Some gorgeous colours. I mean, those 2 colours together as well look really rich, aren't they? Do you know, that's what I love about all of our wires. Doesn't matter whatever the colour, looks really rich. They look, you know, high end. They've got that gorgeous lustre to them. 40 metres of wire, and have a look at these.
So pretty.
I
so
just
pretty. I love rose quartz.
love them. Do you know what? I think most people do, Karen. It's one of those gemstones that a lot of us are drawn to, and I think it's the femininity of rose quartz. It's that gorgeous pastel colour that you've got there. This would look fab with that fluorite again, wouldn't it? The pastel green and the pastel pink together. Look at the shape of these. Gorgeous drops. You've got 2 cabochons. Now, they are 70 carats each. That's 140 carats of genuine rose quartz. Now, not yesterday, but the day before, I went shopping, and I went into a crystal shop. And you know, it's one of, and I always go to, there's one particular one in Pembrokeshire that I go into a lot, but this one was in the Midlands. And I went in there and I was looking at, you know, kind of, they're called palm stones, so it might be something like this that you just kind of pick up and you just hold, you know, said to be calming and all of that as well. Do you know what? They were £7 each, and they were probably half the size of that. I reckon half the size of that. These are huge. The carat weights we take for granted here at Jewellery Maker. I really think, you know, to get a gemstone of this size, especially, can you imagine when set into jewellery as well, you could be paying an absolute fortune. They'd make such dramatic earrings, wouldn't they?
Yes, they would.
Can you imagine? Do you know that price tag is I'm already checking out at £22.25 for 40 metres of wire and 140 carats of rose quartz you've got there. You're guaranteed to get these two gemstones, this shape and this carat weight. So if you were purchasing these individually on the web, that's the price tag that you would be paying, and I think that is just fantastic. I don't think we will be beaten at that price tag. Never mind the next one.
Seriously, that's a huge saving.
£8.95. So I could have got a loose gemstone in that crystal shop, probably half, actually it might have even been smaller than that. I'm trying to look at half the size of one of these at £7. £8.95 for gemstones that are beautiful. I mean, this is exactly how rose quartz should be, isn't it? You've got that textbook hue there. You've got that fantastic inner glow to this gemstone as well. And 40 metres of wire. I've never seen so many multi-buyers. Do you know what? That means that quantity is going to fall so quickly. If you are brand new to us here at Jewellery Maker, oh my gosh, that price tag plus your P&P, and we've got our lovely guest designer Karen here to show you, if you want to work on these pieces, how to make some of these. Karen, these, I mean, look at this. Oh, how long did that take you?
That was a couple of hours, maybe not quite a couple of hours.
Goodness me.
But the wire's like chocolate and caramel. It's got the
bringing it back to chocolate
again. But no, they're lovely colours.
Those two colours together look fabulous. They really do. And you've just used, I was talking about torque necklaces, you've just taken a length of the wire there.
Yeah.
For the necklace. And you know, the chain that we've just had, in fact, work perfectly because of the colours that you've got here. So you could take any of the chain if you just managed to get that as well and use that in the design. Code for your chains coming in at the bottom of your screen as well. If you didn't get that, you can add it to your order now. £8.95. I mean, there will be, I've got Jane in Greater Manchester has got five kits. Isn't that just brilliant? If we brought to you these two gemstones at £8.95, that'd be great. That would be absolutely fantastic. And I guess, oh, look at that inner glow. Look at the pinks. They are gorgeous, just gorgeous. So many of you love amethyst, and so many of you have amethyst in your stash already. If you love amethyst, you generally love the pinks as well. If you love the purples, you generally love the pinks and vice versa, don't you?
Yes, that's me.
Really gorgeous, so girly. And it is one of those gemstones that is instantly recognisable. It's very popular. If you have a look into the myth and the folklore and the legend behind rose quartz, there is a lot of it to be read about as well. So if you just type that into any search engine, you can find loads of information on that there. I've got just 85 chances left.
Really?
I've got about 60 in baskets right now. I've got people buying 2s, 3s, 5s. I've got a 4 there as well. Congratulations to you. Text. Tracy in County Antrim says that is just a stupid price. Love it. It's a bit silly, isn't it? But do you know what? We're Jewellery Maker, and that is just how we roll. And that is why some of you have been shopping with us for 6 years now. Jane in Greater Manchester says, I am a wire mad. I don't even know what the wires are, as I was on the phone ordering it. That's the thing, isn't it? I think sometimes we're just like, oh, wire. Just buy it. I had a moment the other night. If you went on Facebook, you probably, and if you've liked my page, you will have seen, I made a tree of life.
Really?
Oh, yes, I did. On a Labradorite cab shot. It's the first one. Thank you, Scott. Scott went, it was quite good, to be fair. It's quite a surprise. It was the first attempt of a tree of life. Producer Danny said, I thought your mum had made that and you just posted that picture. I said,
How
why?
rude.
Scott just said, to be honest, I didn't think, I wouldn't post a picture of something and say it's me if it's not me. tell you, I wouldn't do that. 2.5 hours it took me. You could do something similar on that on a smaller scale, obviously, but all of that wire for Tree of Life designs, that's going to be fantastic. It really, really is. Whatever medium you work in, again, whether it be predominantly wire work or anything else, you will need wire at some point. So coming in as a first-time jewellery maker today and getting 40 metres of wire, you can make your mind up after, you know, tune in every day, see our different guest designers, see what takes your fancy. You've got all of those different gauges of wire there to kind of be having a practice with as well. You know, if it doesn't go right the first time, it doesn't matter because that wire is so affordable, isn't it?
Yeah. Give it a go.
That's the thing, isn't it? And the trouble I have as well, Karen, with wire work, and this is exactly what I experienced when I did my Tree of Life design the other night. For me, it's holding the wire without trying to transfer all that heat, so my wire just goes out of shape and it doesn't, you know, it doesn't stay curved and nice. And so I need to practice more as well.
Just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just forget about that bit and then go back to it.
Yeah.
It's so forgiving is why you can just go back and remould it to how you want it to.
Do you know what I really noticed as well, and a lot of our wire workers have said the same, that don't be tense, because if you're tense, it comes across in your work, and it really does, doesn't it? It really. I was getting quite stressed out, I have to say. But yeah, and it kind of did show at one point. But yeah, like you say, it's quite forgiving, isn't it?
It is very forgiving.
You can go back in and correct it. Don't worry, we all have to start somewhere. We all started out as beginners, and the great thing here at Jewellery Maker is that we have guest designers here every single day to take you through step by step. If you've got any questions for Karen, or for anybody, in fact, you can text in 60777, start your message with the word JM Studio, or if you are watching on the web today, just below the live feed, there's a little box that says send message to studio. Type your message in there, it comes straight through to the studio. Hopefully Scott will pick that up and we'll read it out. So any questions, any concerns, anything at all, jewellery related, of course. Dear Hannah. EWGC68 is your code for this one. Well done if you've managed to get it already. If there's loads in baskets, you're going to have to check out. Come the second time round when this show is replayed throughout the night, they will sell out, if not before. Fantastic. Right, so Karen, you're going to show us a little demonstration. Which piece are you going to show us?
The one nearest to you with the gizmo coil.
Oh, this is fab. Such a gorgeous design. I love this.
It was nice to do because it was a toss-up between do I do one with the antique bronze, one with the gold, or do I mix? And I thought mix and match.
Yeah.
And I thought the gizmo coiling together works really well, and it goes round the stone well as well.
Yeah.
And because you're doing 2 lengths of the gizmo coil, which that is 1 length.
Okay.
When you're doing 2 lengths together, you obviously get a longer length than if you just re-gizmo 1 length, if that makes sense. So I will start with wrapping the cabochon. Now I've done this one slightly differently.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to have a lot of wires for the decoration. I only needed a couple. So what I've done is cut 2 lengths of the 1 mil antique bronze, about 30 centimetres. And what I'm going to do is do a figure of 8 wrap to go around the bottom of the stone, and then 2 for the sides of the stone.
Okay.
So you'll just do a short one for one side, then a longer one, then a short one, and then scoop them along.
Yeah.
So I'll show you how you start that. I have done one already, but I'll show you how you start that. Get the 0.4. Put the sleeve back on because it will boing off.
Sorry, Karen, can I just ask, did you have any wire left?
Not a lot.
Because I was going to say, that is wire heavy, isn't it?
Both of them are quite wire heavy.
Yeah.
The 0.4, I had none left.
Right,
I had some of the 1 mil and some of the 0.8.
Yeah.
Which is why the bracelet came in, just to use some of those because there was no stone, but it just used up some. But the 0.4, no, I did use it all because there is a lot of. I am heavy weaving.
I mean, and that's the thing as well with 0.4. You know, once you do start weaving, you need a lot of it.
You do, but I've got 2 fair necklaces.
Yeah,
fair pendants out of that for £8.95. I mean,
that's incredible.
Yeah.
What do you sell your jewellery?
Only by commission and from Facebook.
Yeah. So if you had to sell this design here, what kind of price?
I would be looking at £25 to £30 for that. So that's more than your money back.
Yeah, that's amazing.
3 times.
Fantastic.
So yes. Because there is time involved and there is the design element, and you've got a beautiful stone.
Oh, it's incredible, isn't it? Oh, absolutely. Just to point out, by the way, there are approximately, did you say 30, Scott? 30 in baskets. This is selling out very, very quickly. if you want it, don't kick yourself in 5 minutes when we're sold out. Get it home, use your 30-day money-back guarantee. You've got so much wire in that bundle for £8.95. Just make sure you're checking it out. You'll have it home in a couple of days' time. Righty-ho, Karen.
And to be making.
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to just do a figure of 8 between the 2 wires, but we're going to leave a gap.
Okay.
That'll wrap around the stone. So just anchor on from behind the bottom wire, which will be the bottom wire, and just wrap around 3 times. Nice and tightly so it's neat. And then that's going to come up the front of the wire, and you need to then put the other wire on top so that basically the 0.4 has gone behind the top wire. Take it down there a little bit. And leave a gap of about a centimetre, well, half a centimetre.
Okay.
It's not a centimetre, is it? Anyway,
about
a few mil. Don't worry about this gap. Don't sort of think, am I going to keep it, am I not? If you forget about what you're doing, you're more likely to keep the distance than if you start to panic and think it's going to go up, and it will, because it will then jump out of place.
Okay.
So if you just lay it on the pad of your forefinger, and then bring the top wire, bring the weaving wire around the top and push it up, and then take that around 3 times, and that's coming down into the middle. Push it nicely, and then just place it behind the bottom wire, and again go around 3 times. So you can keep a nice distance. So basically that's what you're doing for about half a dozen wraps on the bottom and the top.
So do you always tend to start at one end, Karen, and then push it along?
And then push it along. With this weave, it's a nice loose weave, so the wires move very easily anyway.
Quite easy to do.
And it's easy just to scoot up and down. So this piece, this first weave will be one of the side weave. Will be a side weave there.
Okay.
So when you've done, it's about. Here's one I did earlier. I'll take that out of the way. So you need to do sort of 3. Now the wire looks very wobbly, don't worry about that because you can pull it nicely into shape. So basically you need that, which is going to sit around the stone. So what I did then was take my nylon jaw pliers, not going to jump out, nylon jaw pliers, and just take onto the weave that you've done and just slightly give it a little curve.
Okay.
So, because it's then going to sit around the stone.
Okay.
It's quite a nice way to just capture a stone without too much weaving, and it captures it nicely. And then what you need to do is take the bottom of the stone and just hold it in the middle of that weave and just bend round, and just do exactly the same on the other side. You can move that, and you can move the weaves down, and just.
And it's really secure, isn't it?
It will be when you just give it a good, and you see the sides just go over the little. And the same at the back, and then you can pull it up.
Okay.
The nice thing about these stones is that they're reversible. There's no back and front. They're not like a normal cabochon. They're faceted both sides, so you could do a reversible pendant. And then what I did was, so you've got, that can be part of the decoration of the stone. It's nicely.
That's really pretty.
Nicely held.
And do you know that I quite like that, just as it is as well. So if you wanted to do something like that, it wouldn't take very long at all.
Not at all. No.
And that colour really complements those colours as well.
Yes, the antique bronze. It's a lovely colour, is the antique bronze, because it shines different colours in different lights. You get sort of reddy hues and the pinks and the browns. And then what I did was I started at the front, and with the 0.4 again, started to weave the bail. I'll need to chop it off.
We've got a couple of text messages, have we? Brilliant. We've got one First one from Charlene in Middlesex says, hi ladies, has Karen got any tips on stopping the lower parts of your fingers near the palm getting sore? I find wrapping with 0.4 very difficult.
I think perhaps you're holding the wire a little bit too tightly and worrying about how hard you're holding it and how much pressure you're putting on it. You don't need much pressure at all. You don't need to hang on to it very hard at all.
Especially the 0.4 because it's quite fine and delicate.
It is fine.
Yeah.
The other thing is that it could be just that you have very sensitive hands. Yeah. Very soft, gentle hands. Mine have hardened and calloused. Maybe try a 0.25 to start with until you get a little bit more used to it. But it could be that it's just that you're holding it a little bit too hard. Relax with the wire. Yeah. You're in charge. Don't let the wire. Don't let it intimidate you, don't let it frighten you, but just relax, don't hold it too hard, and just gently place it rather than pulling it, so that you're not rubbing on your hands. Sometimes 0.4 can be a little bit harder, a harder core. Right. It depends which one it is. But I think it's just a little bit of practice as not overusing it and over-worrying about it.
Or perhaps try some different techniques as well. Yes. So you can use hold it differently, perhaps. Or...
And I think it depends as well on what sort of weave you're doing as well. If you're doing a very dense weave and you're holding it tightly and pushing it up, then you can get quite sore fingers. Yeah. But as I say, mine have calloused,
weathered. Anita in Merseyside says, "Hi ladies, Karen, I love your designs. You're such an inspiration to me. Can I please ask what time is the next kit? Don't want to. I tell you, you don't want to miss the next one." I love the next one. I love this one, but I love the next one even more. It's got fluorite in. About 3:15, I think. 3:15. It's 3 o'clock out. Okay, so just after 3 o'clock this afternoon. Don't miss it.
Thank you.
Right, I shall let you go on, Cameron.
So we're going to anchor on the 0.4 again. Yeah. And then just take it around one of the front 2 wires just a couple of times. Okay. Just to anchor it so that you're holding that in place. Take it across and just push those up. Oh, and that's when it falls out, when you're not holding it tightly. Oh. Take it across the front of the stone to the other front wire. Yeah. And then take it behind there. So you're doing a more or less a figure of 8, but what you're doing is pulling these wires in to completely capture the stone. Yeah. So you pull it in, and you can neaten that up in a minute. Okay. When you're at home and you've got more time, it's much easier. And then take it round to the back, and take the 2 wires across the back, so that they just meet at the top, so that they're just holding the top of the stone. Yeah. As I say, you can move these that weave down so that it's equal, and then take it round properly.
So you're just looking to really secure that.
Yes,
that
really secure it.
Make sure it doesn't fall out.
And if it was going around that wire properly. And then what I would be tempted to do is to just wrap around. This is when it all goes horribly wrong. Go round the front, back to the back. Okay. And just make sure that the 2 front wires, this isn't going very well at all, are just nipped together. Okay. I would be tempted to use my fingers as well, because the wire is soft and you don't want to mark it with pliers. Take it.
Somebody has texted in and just asked how much wire there is. There's 40 metres of wire in that kit. So there was the 1mm gauge, 0.8, 0.6 and 0.4mm gauge. So you've got the 0.4 and the 1mm gauge in your antique bronze, and in the gold you've got the 0.8 and the 0.4mm gauge. Oh sorry, I think I just said 0.6. So there's 2.4, 20 metres of 0.4, one in each different colour, and you've got the 0.8 and the 1mm gauge there as well. So 40 metres, loads.
So it doesn't matter if you make a mistake?
No, it doesn't, does it? There's just so much there. There's only 20 of this kit available now, by the way. We started with over 100, way over 100. 159 and approximately 20 left now at just £8.95. If you've just tuned in thinking, oh, what have I missed? you haven't quite missed it yet, but you've just got to be quick. You can dial the number on the bottom of your screen, or if you're shopping on the web, add it to your order, pop it in your basket, just make sure that you're checking out as soon as you can.
So now we're going to start to weave the bail from the back to bend round to the front. And again, I think it's called a modified sumac.
Okay.
I think Sue Mason Burns uses it quite a bit. So it's the wires coming down behind the bottom wire. So we go over the first 2 wires, push it nice and tightly, and between 1 and 2, again over 2 and 3, between 2 and 3, and then over the 3rd and 4th, and bring it back down between the 3rd and 4th, because you're going to go over the top wire just once.
Right.
So bring that back down between 2 and 3. So you go up in 2s, round the top wire once, and then you're coming back down in 2s. So over 3 and 4, down behind 3 wires, so you're coming between 1 and 2, go over 2 and 3, right the way down, and over 1 and 2, and give a nice pull, and just over the bottom one 3 times. 3 times. Give it a squish.
Okay.
Now it looks a bit awkward and a bit of a mess, but you can start to pull these wires in so that you get a nice straight.
Yeah.
And you just carry that on. So it's over 1 and 2, between 1 and 2, over 2 and 3, between 2 and 3, 3 and 4, between 3 and 4, and then back over 4 on its own.
Yeah.
Back down, behind 3 and 4, and then back again over 3 and 4.
Yeah.
And it gives you the, it's like a little feather, little arrow design. And then over 1 and 2, and 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and give a squidge. I'm not sure we'll be able to, if we can catch that.
If you can hold it up the other way, and we can see if we can get it on camera too.
It's a,
yeah. I like that.
It's a little, it's almost like a little feather.
Yeah.
It's quite sweet. And it's a nice weave to do. It's quite a dense weave, and it does use wire.
Right.
It does use a lot of wire. It's quite a dense weave.
But it creates so much attention to detail, doesn't it? That really, I think, makes people pick up your designs even more so. Margaret in 5 says, Karen, that weave is a nice change from prong setting. Lovely designs from our Margot in 5.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Prong setting is something I haven't tried.
Well,
not with wire.
Well, we're all different as well, aren't we? You know, it depends what kind of design you're going for. I suppose with weaving and stuff like this, it does, as I say, it creates loads of attention to detail. Jill in Bedfordshire says, hi Karen, loving your demo, very clear instructions, great way to spend my anniversary while hubby is working upstairs. But you should mention your anniversary, Jill in Bedfordshire, because it was our Karen's wedding anniversary just a couple of days ago, and it's also, I forgot to mention, our Karen's birthday today. Hey. She brought in chocolates as well, the best chocolates as well. I just not any old chocolates, real fancy posh chocolates. Denise in Greater Manchester says, hi ladies, loving the donut. Happy birthday, Karen!
Thank you, Denise.
Woo.
Thank you.
Is that a friend of yours?
Denise is my personal shopper on here when I'm on here, and I
yes.
can't buy anything, she gets me done. It's lovely. So there's always parcels coming from Denise to my house. So it's great.
Love it.
So basically you do that weave for about 1.5 inches to 2 inches until you've got enough to make a bail, which I've done here. And then you bend it around. I've used less wire on here so it's not in the way.
Okay.
So basically you bend it back over itself to come round down to the front to start to follow, and you can quite nicely shape it with you. And that's another nice thing about this weave, it's quite forgiving when you're wanting to shape the wires. And so that's coming down so far down the side of the stone. And then what I did was did some gizmo coils.
Yeah.
And I did 2 gizmo coils in both colours.
Wow.
In the antique bronze and the gold. And then gizmoed them together. What I did initially was did the 2 wires, I gizmoed them together and then gizmoed them, double gizmoed them, and it came out with quite an unusual colourway. But it wasn't quite long enough for what I wanted. But it changes the complexion and the colours completely.
And with that as well, it's almost like you turn it one way and you catch one colour, and then you turn it another way and you see the other colour.
Another. It was so it was quite. I was quite surprised with that, and just brings in a completely different colour. So you've got 3 colours that you could be using. So what I did was. It's just the ordinary gizmo that you've got on the website. I did 2 full lengths with the 0.4 on the smaller rod, and then I took both of these and cut some wire earlier and just thread through some 0.4 just to give it a little bit of strength.
Yeah.
And fasten that onto the handle, but don't fasten it right up to the beginning of the coil, because you want to have a little bit of a wind, so to speak, around. And then do the same with the gold. Same with the gold. I'll do it that way. Same with the gold, and fasten it. Take the end of the coil that you've done, and take the end of the 0.4 wire. Just wrap it around the mandrel, and just scoot it up, and then take it up, and again around the handle. You'll try and change that.
Oh yeah, well, Scott's just put the graphicals, I think, back on your screen, because the kit has now sold out, and I was just holding all of those up thinking, do you know what? Those colours for the chains look fab with this design. They really, really do, don't they? With the colours of the wires that you've got there, they look fantastic. So if you haven't got the chains yet, and perhaps you're thinking of incorporating the chains into the same design as well, come in and get them, because we took 5 metres down to just £6.95. £6.95. That's phenomenal, isn't it? £1.39 it worked out to per metre. XRAZ61 was your code for the chains. Start dialing now and you can have those home with the kit as well. That'd be fab, wouldn't it? Gorgeous.
So I've now fastened on both of the gizmo coils with 0.4 wire onto the mandrel and round the handle. And I'm going to coil now, coil the gizmos, but do it very gently, because you want them to stay laying side by side, so you're not going as quickly as you would if you were just coiling some 0.4 wire. So just very gently, just push them, and just so that you get a nice, even.
Look at that.
And they're just such pretty colours that work.
That looks gorgeous.
And now it's gone slightly.
Do you know, that would be nice, just like if you did a really long length of those coiled, and then used a thicker gauge right through the middle and did just a taut necklace with the gizmo. It would look gorgeous, wouldn't it? Those colours are fab.
They do start to twist together at the bottom, so just keep an eye on things, because they can soon buckle and look out of shape, so you need to try and keep them as neat as you can. So just keep them just slightly separated until you've got and then when you get to the end, just keep, you've got a slightly, and you can do it much more neatly than I have. You will be hiding those little bits. So basically you've got that. Okay. Nice long length. Oops, undo them. Just take them off.
Okay.
So, and then we'll get rid of the tattiest ends.
Okay.
You will be able to neaten these.
Yeah.
And just tidy those that. And then what you need to do is to take the, there it is, it's hiding. It's probably going to be too long for the wire that I've got, so I'll go with this. We're going to use one of the wires to put the gizmo coil on. I will use the longer one. I haven't quite left myself enough. And the other ones we're going to use for decoration. We're going to wrap with the 0.4 wire, which gives the just a slight swirly bit on the sides, which also covers up some of the mechanism of this gizmo coil, which is quite nice. So it gets rid of that. So you need to just push that through.
Okay, just thread it on.
And it's slight, but I haven't left myself enough wire on this, unfortunately. And basically what you're doing then is just following very gently the shape and tucking it behind in. Now if you had enough wire it would. So basically you just following the contour of the stone and it taking it that way. And then what you can do with these wires is take them up. What I did was just take them up and start to weave with the 0.4.
I'll just take these chains off and you can show us on there.
The chains are everywhere. It's 5 and 2 weave. And you take it up and curl it round, and then I opened it out and did a figure of 8, so it was just a little bit like a shell shape, and then took it down, and then I did exactly the same on the other side, just to mirror, not to be symmetrical, but just to give it some balance. And then the wires that go around the back, you just coil to cover up the mechanics there, and they just took away nicely out of the way, out to the side.
That's such a beautiful, beautiful design, and a fantastic demonstration as well. Thank you so much, Karen. It was really, really easy to follow, wasn't it? It was just great. We will be back with Karen just after 3 o'clock, I think, for the second. Oh my gosh! But for now, I've got a emerald going under £10. Star buy time. Look at that. Look at one of the emerald. 120 carats. That's a massive, massive carat weight. You know, when we bring you kind of strands of emeralds here at Jewellery Maker, you kind of, strands in general, I guess, kind of tend to be, I don't know, kind of 28 to 40 centimetres averagely, don't they? Which, gemstone-wise, when you think about all of that strand being a gemstone, that's a lot of gemstone. A metre long length of emerald is just such a huge, huge amount. Now, what I love about our particular strands of emerald here at Jewellery Maker is the fact that you get so many different tones. You know, you're not just looking at a strand of, you know, your deep rich forest greens, which we would typically see from Brazil. You know, you're not just getting a strand of your, you know, your vibrant Zambian hues or your more pastel Colombian hues. Our strands kind of, no matter what the location, kind of bring you all of these different hues within your strands. So you might have a metre long length of, for example, Brazilian emerald, but actually you've got all of those different hues in there, which just allows so much scope with your designs as well. And, you know, putting them with different coloured gemstones. Can you imagine these as spaces with a pearl necklace? How high-end would that look? I know. And if you did that, I mean, this is a metre long length here. So, you know, if you took a few emerald spaces, isn't it nice to be able to use emeralds as spaces? You know, if you kind of did that, you'd be left with so much. If you were talking purely an emerald design, you could be getting a couple of suites out of what you have here, quite easily. Look how well that goes with the emerald. Isn't that just lush? Now, emerald is one of your big 5. It's one of the most precious gemstones on the planet. Even if this particular strand was perfectly colour matched all the way through, not 2 of them would be identical. Emeralds are very, very individual as you and I, in fact. Known for their inclusions, it's Mother Nature's fingerprint within the gemstone, you know, millions of years of history locked within that gemstone there. You've got that hundreds of times over in this strand. If I just count out 20 gemstones for you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we're talking roughly, let's go with about an inch to an inch and a half, 20 gemstones. So actually, when you think about the entire strand that you've got there, I mean, trying to get through that, that's a challenge in itself, isn't it? A metre long length of emerald. Now, can you imagine going into any boutique, any high street jewellers, anywhere, in fact, and asking for 120 carats of emerald? 120 carats. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Now, just to point out something. So, you know when we say we bring you crazy prices, and we do all day, every day. Last year, over 500 of these sold out at £19.95. Over 500. Now, if we break that down per carat, £19.95. Just give me a minute. That works out to, do you know what the great thing is? And this is what I love. Even when the producer can't work it out using a calculator, you know that the price is ridiculous. Because actually the maths is right, but they always go back and think, is that right? I must have done that wrong. That can't be right. So at £19.95, that works out to 8 pennies per carat for genuine emerald. 8 pence per carat. To say that what we are about to do is wrong is an understatement. How we can do this, so I can sit here and say, well, we have an incredible buying team and we've got a gem hunter that's got great relationships with the mine owners, so gets us fantastic deals. You know, I can say all of that and say that we cut out the middleman so that we don't have all of these overheads and all of this extra margin on top for you. But I still don't get it. I still don't quite get how we can bring you 120 carats of genuine emerald for £9.95. If you have no emerald in your stash yet, let this be your try before you buy strand. Because at £9.95, you can afford to be lavish with this one. Do you want to take 120 carats at £9.95? Doesn't that work out to 4 pence per carat now? Unbelievable deal. Karen, if you were, let's just say you were to make a simple pair of earrings, 925 sterling silver earring findings, because it's emerald, I wouldn't compromise. I'd have to use 95. Let's say you used 2, 4, 6, 8 gemstones. So just that small section there. Long drop in earrings, 925 sterling silver. What kind of price tag do you think you'd pop on a pair of earrings like that?
I think you'd be looking at £25 to £30 for a pair with sterling silver.
Yeah.
And emeralds, people automatically, as you say, that they recognise emeralds.
Yeah,
they are such lovely colours.
Yeah, and they are beautiful. I mean, you could, if you wanted, with all those colour tones there, you could take out all the deep, dark, rich emeralds if you wanted to. You could kind of separate these out or graduate that colour through a strand if you wanted to. But as Cameron rightly so pointed out as well, you know, this is emerald we're talking about here. The fact that we can bring you 120 carats at £9.95 is phenomenal. We are looking at bead quality here, which is why we can do what we can do. But you have the colour right there. A lot of people tuning in for the first time, and I know I've said this before, friends of mine that don't tune into Jewellery Maker, and I tell them what we do here, they think perhaps that I'm bringing a strand that would be poor in colour, that wouldn't be faceted, perhaps would be brown, look like something you'd picked off a car park. £9.95. I mean, 100 centimetres. If we, let's say, our average strand here, this is actually about 102 centimetres. Let's say the average strand is 30 centimetres. So that's kind of 3 strands. £3.31 per strand for faceted. In fact, forget the emerald, forget there's 120 carats of emerald there. Can you imagine how long it has taken somebody to facet every single one of these gemstones? Hours and hours and hours and hours. That price for me does not justify what you have here. There is no emerald anywhere near this price tag on the website right now. This is your opportunity to get one of your big 5, to get May's birthstones. If you're working on any of your gemstone pieces, you will need to have this one in your stash. This is when I think, I wish my birthday was in May. But actually, I don't think that now because my birthday's very soon, so I'm glad. But, you know, but then I've got Ruby. I've got Ruby, you see. £9.95, 0800 644 655. Loads of you multi-buy. Massive, massive well done. Nothing to stop you multi-buying as well. I would definitely go for it with this one. There are about 15 in baskets right now. Just make sure you're checking out as soon as you can. I would love, love, love to see what you're doing with your metre long length of emerald. Let me know how far it goes. And actually, if you've already managed to get this previously, let me know how far it has gone, what you've made with your metre long lengths of gemstones, because my goodness me, starting my stash or topping up my stash, that's a lot of gemstone, isn't it? 120 carats, 0800 644 655. Coming up for you in just half an hour's time, brand new strand. Since I've been shown this earlier on today, good few hours ago now, I have been trying to work out how on earth anybody would be able to drill a gemstone of this size. To say that we only let the absolute expert lapidarists on our gemstones, I think that says it all. Coming up for you in just half an hour's time, loads of deals. Everything today is going under £10, so make sure you stay tuned. I'll see you in just a few minutes.
Chrome diopside, which as the name suggests, gets its vivid green colours from chromium. It's not a particularly well-known gemstone. Diopside, or sometimes known as Russian diopside, was first discovered in the early 1800s and derives its name from the Greek words dis and ops, meaning two-faced, in reference to the two ways of orientating the gem before cutting. Diopside is unusual in that it has perfect cleavage in two directions. To see more of this incredible gemstone, stay tuned to us. Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
It's very easy to watch. It's a really interesting channel, and it's something that you can dip in and out of all day, every day. Watch, learn something new, and it's just really informative and just very easy to watch and keep with the flow of the programme.
Welcome back to Jewellery Maker. If you've just tuned in, where have you been? Since 8 o'clock this morning, we've been under £10. Every single thing going under £10. That includes the kits, that includes the star buys. There is no exception to the rule today. I have coming up for you, in just half an hour's time, we've had a lot of texts about this strand. In the bag. It's quite fascinating actually, because this morning when I took this strand, asking a lot of opinions about this strand. Because as soon as Scott showed this to me this morning, I was like, how on earth has anybody managed to drill a hole in this gemstone? Now, it is seed bead weekend this weekend. Wouldn't this just be perfect? Lapis, brand new strand coming up for you in about 20 minutes time, not too long. And do you know what this would look fabulous with as well? Oh, look, this is a really, really long strand. Wow, look at these opals. Oh, dream. Going back to kind of different tones in gemstones as well. You really have, that is just the most fabulous glow that you've got from your opals there. Opal is a collector's gemstone. There are so many varieties that your entire stash could just be about this gemstone and no other. This, for me, has holiday written all over it, doesn't it? I mean, look at that fabulous colour. I'm thinking tropical with this, a real tropical hue that you've got there. But also, because of the lightness of some of these gemstones, you've almost got that inner glow of like chalcedony or your jack-eye blue opal, which is very, very collectible and very rare as well. You really have that fantastic inner glow there. That blue is dreamy. You know how kind of angelite and jadeite have got that very serene, calming hue? I think this does too.
A stunning colour.
It's fab,
and sparkles.
Faceted beautifully as well. And that's the great thing about gemstones like this, is you don't necessarily have the transparency there that's going to give you amazing brilliance, that light from within. So we facet the gemstone as well, so you get incredible luster. So that faceting's adding that sparkle there, but you've got that inner glow from your opals. Put this, you know, with your white howlite, put it with your Keshi pearls, it's going to look fantastic. Ooh. Any of your shells, look at that for a beach, look right there. Love those. 40 carats of sky blue opal, 3x1 to 5x2 millimeters inside, and that's a 30 centimeter strand that you've got there. Any skin tone, that is going to look fantastic. You could use the whole strand, just pop spacers. So any of your seed beads that you might manage to get over this forthcoming weekend, whether it be gold, silver, rose gold would look lush with this, wouldn't it? £6.95 for you today. That's 40 carats of your sky blue opal you've got there. 0800 644 655 UTRU 95 is your code for this one. What would you do with this strand, Karen?
I would be tempted to put it with pearls.
Yeah.
Or even silver spacer beads. And I think I would use sterling silver because it just says sterling silver.
See, this is not an argument, a debate rather, that I have with myself actually, that all genuine gemstones, I think, deserve 925 solid sterling silver. You know, absolute minimum. Obviously, our budgets won't always let us stretch to that. But for me, I'm like you. This because I love this gemstone so much. I don't think I'd be compromising with this one at all. It would have to be a minimum of 925. Don't forget, wherever you're using 925 as well, that in turn will add value to your designs. We're at £6.95. I've got multi-buyers here, there, and everywhere on this one, and you can multi-buy. That right there, that's 2 bracelets easily. 2 bracelets easily, or you could take small sections. Oh, doesn't that look gorgeous? Imagine that just restranded onto a bracelet and then having just a 925 charm on there. In fact, I've got a toggle class coming up in the 4 o'clock hour, 95 butterfly, that you could use as a charm. That would look gorgeous on there. That would look stunning. UTRU 95. I've got some pearls, have I? These round ones. Ooh. Look at the size of these. These back in stock. Wouldn't they look great as spacers in between these pearls? Fabulous, works so great. But you know what? Put these with your amethyst, put them with your citrine, your peridot as well. They're going to look fantastic. Only 10 chances left. So many of you multi-buying. That quantity is actually falling very, very quickly. Anne in Swansea, good afternoon. You've got 2. Kathleen in Essex, you've got 2. Jenny in Surrey's got 2. Gillian in Sussex, you've got 2 as well. Congratulations to you. Has anybody seen this? I'm just wondering. I mean, can we put that full screen just a minute, Ryan? Thanks. It's under £10 day. Nothing but nothing is going to be over £10 today. Everything that we're bringing you today, genuine gemstones, phenomenal. I've got 925 this afternoon. Do you know, it's days like this, I really wish I was at home. In the nicest possible way. Because I just want to buy all of these things. 0800 644 655 UT, RU95. Sally in County Durham, you've just got 2. Well done. Maureen in Bedfordshire, you're there. Diane, well done. Lynn, Joe, Mandy in East Sussex, congratulations, you've got yours. Deborah in Hampshire, you've got yours on the telephone lines. Keep dialing that number. I tell you, today's not a day to be slow, is it? You need to be quick because things are selling out. UT, RU 95. Sorry, Scott, I heard you, but I wasn't listening. Brilliant. Pearls. I do that all the time. Do you ever do that, Karen?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, people talk to you.
No, I didn't hear you, sorry.
Yeah, but do you know when sometimes, do you know what really worries me is that sometimes I am the kind of person that will go, yeah. What did you say? What have I just agreed to? Just tell me that again.
Oh, yes.
Because I know I just said yeah. And isn't it, you know when you talk to somebody, perhaps you've just met them and they'll tell you their name and you'll say, yeah, I've heard everything you said, and then you were like, oh.
What was your name?
I didn't hear a word they just said. It's all the time. Have a look at these. White freshwater culture pearls. Now these, for me, again, it's that debate, isn't it? Guest designers like Janet Dwyer, for example, who absolutely loves her pearls, pretty much, more often than not, will turn a strand of pearls into earrings because she will say that is where the gravy's at. And what she means by that is that's a money maker, if you like, because many guest designers will say to me, if they are using genuine gemstones with 925 sterling silver earring findings, just 2 gemstones, the price point will be an absolute rock bottom minimum of £15 to £20, no matter where they're selling. So if you think about that, there's a lot of pearls on this strand. And they're 9 by 8 millimeters in size, which in pearl terms is absolutely huge. Now, in the pearl industry, after 7 millimeters, the price tag can pretty much do what it likes. Very much like diamonds. When you get to that carat point, that desirable carat weight that everybody wants to own, the difference between a 99 point diamond and a 1.01 carat diamond, although only 2 points that nobody to the naked eye would even see, that price difference will be massive because you're at that desired point. Exactly the same with pearls. Once you get to 7 millimeters and above, you have a look anywhere at that kind of size and you could be talking serious cash. These are 9 by 8 millimeters in size. Now they're not perfectly round, which means that we can do a phenomenal price tag on these. But you know what? They are the real deal. You've got genuine pearls. If you were to pearl knot these at a 925 sterling silver clasp, what kind of price would you be popping on them? What would you sell them for? Guest designer Fleur Hastings. Oh, was that an accident? I think Scott just lent on the -£1 button. Sorry, I'll move on. Fleur was saying the other day that her pearl necklaces, she'll pearl knot them, 925 sterling silver clasp, no less than £100. Depends on where you're selling again. And actually, you might be somebody that does like to pass on your deal. So it might be that you want to sell this at £30, £40. But if you are going to sell at those kind of prices, get your certificate of authenticity. Because if I saw a strand of pearls for £30, £40, I would question its authenticity. For sure. It's only an extra 25 pence if you add it to your order, or you can print it off at the web, www.jewellerymaker.com, and it is free of charge if you print it off on the website as well. I mean, I'm going to measure that for you actually. You're looking at approximately 40 centimetres, which is about 15.5 inches. Once you've added your clasp there, you're looking at a good 16, 17 inches in your length. That is perfect for a pearl necklace. £7.95. You could just take your head pins, put one of those onto a head pin, onto some 925 sterling silver chain. That might be the piece that you sell for £20, £30 for just one of those pearls. You have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 47 individual pearls on this strand. That's a lot of earrings, isn't it? A lot of earrings. Or it could be bridal jewellery, couldn't it? Bracelets for the bridesmaids, mother of the bride, mother of the bridegroom, earrings as gifts maybe. SYMG06, loads of multi-buyers. Again, please feel free to do so. It doesn't matter how many you come in for, you're only going to be paying one postage and packaging from midnight last night right through until midnight tonight. And I can imagine, because I've seen lots and lots of names coming in already so far over the last hour and a half-ish, that you're just going to have the hugest parcels delivered to your door. £2.95. I mean, when you think about things like, with some of you, especially those of you that are coming in buying loads, you've got this big box. Imagine if that was like via a courier, or, you know, you'd be, again, postage is brilliant, isn't it? Every reason to shop with us here at Jewellery Maker. SYMG06, Diane Weldon, Denise Maureen in Bedfordshire, you've got 2. Sally in County Durham, you've got 2. Brenda in Midlothian's got 2. Collect in Surrey has got 6. Hang on a minute, Scott. That says £7.95 now. No, I didn't see that one. So that means that everybody that checked out at £9.95, sorry. Again, if it's £7.95, nobody pays any more than anybody else. You will all only ever pay the final low closing price tag. Now, the way that that works is basically you can come in at any point and check out and confirm. So that happens, then all this information, all this data will go through to our warehouse, and your card isn't debited until your order is ready to be shipped. So nothing will come off it today. It's only when this actually gets shipped that the warehouse will look at that screen and say, right, every single person there bought it, that's what they're paying, £7.95. Simple as that. 0800 644 655. Well done. 3s, 4s, 6s, 5s. Massive congratulations if you've managed to get that many. That's phenomenal. Well done. Maybe you just want to check this. Should do it in a little while. It's happening. How many do we have? Only 40 chances. I could sit here for the next minute or two and not say a word, and they would sell out like hotcakes. Even at $14.95. You know, if somebody said 55 carats of tanzanite going into £10 to me, I naturally would expect poor quality. Oh my goodness me. With the situation of tanzanite right now, nothing at all coming out of the ground. The colour that you have here, the carat weight, the faceting, oh, do you know, this is the kind of strand that I'd be tempted to come in and get 10. You know, I could be blowing my budget on this one auction quite easily. 0800 644 655 TMRU 79. You've got faceted rondelles there, 3x1 to 6x3 millimetres in size. That is a 30 centimetre strand that you have there. Imagine using these, excuse me, as spacers. Excuse me again. Spacers in between your pearls. See, I told you I could say nothing for a while at least, didn't I? So just having a little cough there. Challenge Hannah, don't speak for 30 seconds. Sorry, just having a little cough there. Excuse me. 16 chances left at £9.95. I don't need to tell you that's ridiculous, because you have 55 carats of quality tanzanite there that is expertly faceted at just £9.95. And can I just say again, today is not a day to be taking your time, especially with when quantities are as low as this. If you want it, dial in as quick as you can and confirm as quickly as you can. 0800 644 655 or on the web JewelleryMaker.com. Have you got any tanzanite, Karen, in your stash?
Yes, I have.
You lucky lady. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's beautiful. They look nice with the opals.
Oh, good call. Oh, look at those blues together. It's like sky blue and sea blue. 0800 644 655. Kathy in Leicestershire, collected in Texas. Madeline in South Yorkshire. Elizabeth in Renfrewshire. Mandy, well done. Joe in Greater London. You've got to check out loads of you on the telephone lines right now confirming a massive, massive congratulations. Do you know, I always say this, there will be, in years to come, so many of you rubbing your hands together that you got tanzanite at these prices. The prices, they're not, in my opinion, they're never going to come down. They're never going to come down unless it's discovered anywhere else and we find an absolutely huge, huge mine. I don't think it's going to happen. Gorgeous. Right, lapis is coming up for you. 5 minutes time. Look at these. See, these are almost... They're almost my favourite kind of pearls, I think. I really like organic gemstones. I like it where you've got, you know, kind of noted with the same, an irregular shape. When you think about synthetic pearls, you never see them irregular shapes, do you? You always see synthetics perfectly round. And this, for me, kind of shows that this is a genuine strand that we've got here. The pearlescence, the iridescence that you have from pearls like this is just phenomenal. Can you see the pinks and the blues and the purples coming from the greens? So many greens there as well. They are stunning. These would work so well in your tiaras, your tiara twists and your fascinators, any kind of bridal designs. They would look so exquisite. Perfect for your beach weddings as well. For bridesmaids, you could just take one of these gemstones, really, really sizable, 6x5 to 9x8 millimeters in size. Pop some of that onto any kind of wire, threading material, anything you like, and you could have that in a ring, and it would look really, really pretty. You could use these as charms as well, couldn't you? Simply pop those onto head pins, and just have one of those as kind of a charm on a bracelet. I quite like the idea of that. Just look at that, one of those on finger, how sizable that is as a ring. £7.95 for you today. 0800 644 655. So many of you with them in your baskets already. Get checking out Sandra, Elizabeth, Lillian, collected in Ayrshire, Davinia, well done. Elizabeth in Renfrewshire, Denise, collected in Surrey, you've just joined me as well. 0800 644 655. Flowers, you know those gorgeous headbands that we've got as well. Doing bridesmaids headbands and using these as petals, that would work really well as well, wouldn't it? Put them with peridot. Put them with your pinks as well. What would you put them with, do you think, Karen?
More pearls.
More pearls.
Pearls. They would be nice with the pearls that are coming up in the second kit.
Yeah.
But they're lovely with white pearls as well.
Yes. Your peacock pearls, all of those.
Pearls. Oh, the opals again. Oh, the tanzanites as well.
Oh.
Tanzanite.
I tell you, those opals would look fabulous.
They just look nice with everything, don't they?
Yeah, and you could put them with anything and everything, to be fair. £7.95 for your white fresh water. Cultured pearls, fancy, from 6x5 to 9x8 millimeters in size. And again, Surrey, Denise, you're in, collected in Ayrshire, collected in Surrey, Davinia, well done. Elizabeth in Renfrewshire, you're there as well. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 51 individual pearls you've got there, the real deal. I mean, when you work out per pearl, that's 15 pennies per pearl you've got there. Fantastic value. So 15 pence a pearl, why not pass on your deals to your customers? Perhaps wire wrap one of those into a ring design. I don't know, sell it on for £3. You know, that's the kind of thing that people would multi-buy as well, isn't it?
Yes.
And at £3 each, quid's in. SZPO09 is your code for this one. Collector in Ireland, you've just got 2. Vivian in Hampshire, you're there on the telephone lines as well. Massive, massive well done to you. Catherine, you've got yours. Congratulations. Collector in Surrey, Davinia. Elizabeth, you need to check out your baskets for these. Add to your order. Take advantage of that one postage and packaging that you've got there. Phenomenal, phenomenal value. It's time. Lapis. It's been a long time coming, hasn't it? It's time for your star buy. Do you know, I think that it's fair to say we've been waiting 6 years for this. The amount of times we have tried to get gemstones of this size and it hasn't happened. Now, a couple of months ago, I think it was, Colin and Bella from our buying team went out to India and they put a picture of this strand on our Facebook page and asked you what you thought. To buy or not to buy. And you all said buy. Yes. So I'm so glad they did. Do you know, this has been probably one of the most fascinating strands of recent times here at Jewellery Maker. I've taken this round the offices this morning. I went into the workshop with it, see some of our customers and guest designer Mark Smith, who was in there, and everybody was really, really fascinated by this strand. I have looked at this so many times and I just keep thinking the same thing. How on earth has anybody managed to cut this gemstone and drill a hole in the gemstone of this size? Can you imagine the patience and the skill required to do something like this? Now this weekend is seed bead weekend here at Jewellery Maker. And this would just be perfect, absolutely perfect. I am one that is always sat here saying that for me, attention to detail, I think, as somebody that is selling jewellery, is quite important because for me, I certainly, if I see a design, say like Karen's Gizmo pendant from earlier on, the first thing I did was pick it up to have a closer look because I want to see what the detail is in that design, what's going on. And whenever you use kind of gemstones of this size, your seed beads, your microfaceted gemstones, that's what creates your attention to detail in pieces. And that for me is what makes people pick up designs and take a closer look. You've got 3 carats of your tubes that are 1 mil. They are. Do you know what I'm thinking? For a gent's bracelet, that would be just gorgeous. I mean, how on trend are bracelets like this? You know, your kind of Shambhala bracelets, your friendship bracelets and wish bracelets and things like that. And you know, simply just threads or gemstones or whatever, maybe a charm in there. That's lapis that you've got there. Look how vivid that colour is as well. Really, really strong, intense colour you've got with your lapis. Now, some of you are probably already thinking, right, well, what am I going to be able to thread these onto? Now, you're most certainly going to be able to get those onto your 0.25 wire and your 0.25 beading thread. If you've got anything around that gauge in your threading materials, you'll be able to use that as well. These are perfect for adding attention to detail to your designs. Okay, so if we'd brought them to you over this weekend, the seed bead weekend, $12.95 is what we'd be looking at for these. Fantastic. I mean, again, I just want to forget the gemstone. I know it's hard to do, but the time. Can I just try and show you? And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get this. In fact, they're so packed on this strand, I can barely pull them apart on the strand. But I don't know if you can see the drill hole on these. How anybody has done this, I just don't know. I'm going to turn that round as best I can. Do you know what? I actually can't get them apart because there's too many on the strand. Can you ask them to not put so many on the strand next time? Just joking. And that's great for you because we have absolutely packed this. I'm going to give up because I actually can't get them apart. There's so many on the strand. I cannot create a gap big enough to turn them around and show you the drill hole on those. 0800 644 655, £8.95 because you are tuning in today. I think that minus £1 button is stuck because that's not the price tag that I was told earlier on. 0800 644 655. Guest designer Mark Smith said to me in the workshop he would love to use these in micro macrame. They would work fantastically. They really, really would. I've got loads and loads of you there on the telephone lines and on the web. Literally 6 years. 6 years. In the making. This has been a long, long time coming. I hope for all of you and commented on Facebook and said you'd really like it. I hope you're watching today because this is fantastic. SYJN46 is your code. Loads of you multi-buying, and that's exactly what I would be doing because there's no guarantee it's going to come back, and there's no guarantee it's going to come back at this price tag as well. Charlene in Middlesex, you've got 2. Well done, collect it in West Yorkshire, you've got 2. Barbara in Yorkshire's got 2. Well done, collect it in Somerset. Karen in Hertfordshire, you've got 2. Collect it in Ayrshire, collect it in West Yorkshire. Susan in East Sussex, well done, you've got yours. Anita in Lanarkshire's just got 2 on the telephone lines as well. Congratulations to you. Lee in Greater London, Karen in Anglesey, Sean in Leicestershire, Margaret in Ayrshire, congratulations. And can you imagine using these, Karen, in your designs, you know, using your 0.25 wire and weaving them in? And I mean, with that gizmo cord, they'd look great as well. Just weaved kind of, you know, around them in some design, maybe, I'm thinking. Any coloured wire, any coloured findings, they're going to look fantastic. Imagine wire icing. Oh, I love it when this happens. Scott says, do you want to cut that strand? Do you want to chop it up? Yeah. Oh, yes. Have you got some cutters of any kind that I can borrow, Karen? It'd be an absolute star if I can create enough. Thank you, lovely.
They're beautiful.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? Right.
Oh, don't let them ping everywhere.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah,
Give you those back. They're your 0 and 1s. You don't want to lose those. Oh my! How did we do this? Do you know what? If I could count them, I'd be there till 5 o'clock. I think. Oh.
I'm going
Don't
quick.
breathe. They are just fabulous. I mean, the seed beads. The seed beads that we do that come. Oh, look at them. And actually, I'm just gonna take the rest off, and I'm gonna tilt those up, so you might be able to see in some of those the drill holes. They are actual lapis that you've got there. Look at that colour. Can you imagine these with some of just your little gold seed beads as well? Just these and gold seed beads in a design, in a bracelet would look gorgeous. You could use them. You know how sometimes when we make earring findings, so if we make a shepherd's hook earring finding, sometimes you have 2 little seed beads there. It's just decoration, it's just attention to detail. You know, you could use your lapis instead or something like that, couldn't you? That would add just such fabulous attention to detail. I love them, absolutely love them. Well, Pauline in Essex, Deborah in Northamptonshire, Sharon in Essex has got 3, Anita in Lanarkshire's got 2. Congratulations to you. 0800 644 655. Julie in Cheshire, Jane in Kent, Elizabeth, Ollie in Lancashire, Collector in Bedfordshire, Valerie in Surrey, Deborah in Kent, you're there as well. How many do you think's there? Shall I put 10? I'm going to put 10 into a little pile. Oh my gosh. Ryan just said he thinks I should count them all. Right, there's 5, 7, 8, 9. There's actually 12 there. That little pile there, that's 12. There's got to be 150, hasn't there? There's absolutely loads of them there. Deborah in Kent, maybe Wes, you could count them if you've got a spare 5 minutes.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I'll get Roy on that. £8.95. Nagat in Surrey, Deborah in Kent, you've got 2. Sheila in Cambridgeshire, Pauline in Essex, well done to you. Collect it in Gloucestershire, Julie, Jane, Elizabeth, I collect it in Bedfordshire. Valerie, Carol, well done. Anita, you've got yours. Pauline, Sheila, well done to you. Barbara, Susan, collect it in Yorkshire. Lee, well done. Karen, Sean, you've got yours. Collect it in Bedfordshire. Collect it in Essex, well done. You've got yours. Deborah, congratulations, you've just joined me. Anne, well done to you. Lillian, you're back in. Congratulations. Collect it in Leicestershire. You've got yours. 0800 644 655. Do you know you can even make your jewellery pieces and you've still got your 30-day money-back guarantee? If you want to send them out, all that we ask is that you send the jewellery that you've made back as well. You've still got 30 days. I would love to see what you're doing with these. Do let me know what you're doing with these and show us your designs as well. You may as well enter them into the Wall of Fame. All you need to do is send us a picture of your design, send it to studio@jewellerymaker.com, and you could be winning £100 credited to your account, or £50 if you're there. That takes place every Wednesday morning. So get sending in your designs at just £8.95. Do you know, I can't wait for you to get home. Cannot wait for you to get these home. Did I just say I can't wait for you to get home? I think I did. I can't wait for you to get these home. And look at the drill holes. I just don't know how it's been done. Hi Hannah, 34 centimetres, 1 millimetre tube, approximately 340. Whoa! I guess, yeah, we could have done the maths, couldn't we? No need to count now, Wes. Sean in Leicestershire saved you. Thank you for 340, of course. Oh. fantastic. That many gemstones on there. That's just phenomenal. There's so much there. Use them with your silver. Use them with your gold as well. I'm wondering if these would work in the, you know, the for the seed beads, the spinny thing. Yeah, with the needles, we've got the finest needles in there. I think that might work for threading these as well. £8.95. Get them home. Fabulous. SYJN46. Oh, love them. I'm just going to leave them there if I can. I might show you those a little bit later on. Still some available, so if you've got a phone in your hand, and make sure you're speaking with the call centre. Righty-ho. Like fine china, this gemstone. So beautiful. Blue is one of those colours, isn't it, that is so popular amongst the gents, the ladies. It's probably one of the most popular when it comes to having a favourite colour, isn't it? Really, really versatile. But you've got those denim tones that, you know, you can just, everybody owns denim, pair of jeans, pretty much, don't they? You know, just take one of those, pop it onto a pendant, half jewel pendant bail or pinch bail, a little bit of chain. You've got yourself a lovely pendant there. Or we've seen guest designer Jan quite often with these kind of strands. She'll do that and just take one and pop it into a pendant. And then just very delicately kind of wrap one into a ring. And it's surprising at how much of a statement one of these gemstones actually makes. I mean, look at that. You know, your white t-shirt and your jeans on. That is such a great organic look, isn't it? You've got 270 carats of your sodalite, 14 by 4 to 22 by 4 millimetres in size. I'm going to count out 20 for you. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Do you know what? I'm going with at least 100 gemstones on that strand. There's 20, there's the rest of the strand. And I go with a good 100 gemstones on that strand. Necklaces like this look fabulous, don't they? You know, just simply restrand them all, any threading material, and just have that big, bold statement look. Really organic. No two are the same as well. You've got all those different tones. You've got the navy blues in there. You've got those real, quite bright, vivid blues in there as well. You can use them with any of your other chips and nuggets if you want to, but actually a colour that is so versatile. Again, there isn't anything that wouldn't work with this gemstone-wise.
No, there isn't. Because they're all so different and the colours come through and you'll say, well, I'll use that one, and I'll use that one instead. They all jump out at you.
Yeah. We're at £3.95. $3.95 for 270 carats of your sodalite there. If you're coming in for the very first time today here at Jewellery Maker, what a great way of starting off your stash. You know, if you're looking for somewhere to start, findings and gemstones, great place to start. And at just £3.95 plus your postage and packaging, that's under £7 to get these home today. And look at the caraway, just fantastic value. 0800 644 655. In fact, I quite like these nuggets with just gold seed beads in between.
Yeah.
You know, the larger size, they look lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, just as they are.
Some good sizes in there as well for different things.
Really, really great. So in fact, I mean, you know, you could, if you wanted to, cut the strand, go through all of those sizes and try and kind of match them up size-wise, and then perhaps graduate them through the strand as well. If you're lucky enough to get any of the layout bars that we've had, you know, popping some of those into the bottom or using your smaller pearls as well would look nice, wouldn't it? In fact, the pearls that I had earlier on, gorgeous. Jamie and Cambria put them with the pearls. They'd look beautiful, don't they just? Gorgeous. See, I like that organicness as I actually like them with the irregular shaped pearls as opposed to the round ones. But I do think that the smaller pearls, you know, the little round ones that we've had, the kind of 4x5 mil, they would look lovely as spaces in between there as well. At £3.95, there is every reason to come in and get these from us today. Free telephone number, 30-day money-back guarantee, 1 P&P from midnight last night until midnight tonight, and we're at just £3.95. AIGP35 is your code for these. 0800 644 655. Oh, these are going to be really, really popular. A, because of the gemstone. Secondly, because of the colour of these. Charms, perfect. Rings, perfect. Pendants, perfect. Earrings, perfect. This is such a fabulous, fabulous size gemstone you've got here. And you've got your white shell carved flowers. Now they're 17mm in size. I'm thinking bridesmaids again.
I'm just thinking very young bridesmaids as well. It's really, really pretty.
Aren't they fabulous? Or even, you know, glass charms at the wedding table. I think they look quite nice as well. Or even, actually, if you really wanted to go to town, you know how Debbie Bulford, not today, but the last day I was here, which was Tuesday, she did a fantastic polymer clay necklace with flowers. They didn't even look like polymer, they looked real. It was ridiculous. And it reminded me, it reminded me of a centrepiece on the top table at a wedding. You know, you could incorporate these into a bouquet, couldn't you? Yes. Or kind of you know, pop them onto some wire and have them kind of as sprigs, if you like, on your decorations, on your table as well. They'd look fabulous. I love that. Perfect size for a ring there at 17mm. Now they are carved on both sides as well, so if you wanted to put one of those onto a head pin and have that as an earring, you could, no problem at all. Guest designer Angela Edwards told us that in 2015 the most popular thing on her craft store was charms. Bag charms. You could have that on a bracelet charm if you wanted to. You could have charms on your necklaces if you wanted to. So versatile. I'm going to be tempted to do the wedding designs with these, I have to say. A lot of you that do kind of do wedding pieces know. And even if you've been to a wedding craft fair, the prices, you can pretty much double, maybe triple sometimes as well. I'd be tempted to do the little glass charms with these, I think. 0800 644 655. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 individual gemstones. I'm thinking headbands as well.
I was just thinking about hair pieces.
Yeah, they'd be perfect. You know, the kind of elasticated headbands, maybe for festivals as well, would look great, wouldn't they? £4.95. Well, £4.95, that's less than a fiver, just fantastic. That could be a wish bracelet as well. Kids break up here in the Midlands a week today. For 6 weeks, we're going to have them at home, and I can't guarantee the weather. I really wish I could. I'm actually looking forward to it, Ryan. Yeah, no, I am. I've only got one, so I'm fine. It's for those of you with 2 or more, I feel quite sorry for. The amount of mums on the playground that are like, oh gosh, 6 weeks. I love it, Nick. Jewellery making is something that can be affordable and that they love, the boys and the girls as well. If you've got any children's parties to go to, why not make wish bracelets using these as well? If you're not sure how to make wish bracelets, you can go on YouTube. There's lots of tutorials there. I know Debbie Bulford, what day is it today? So it's Friday, so it was last Tuesday, and I think it was the Thursday before that Debbie Bulford did wish bracelets. So have a look on YouTube, see if you can find that. If you're not sure how to make wish bracelets, it will show you on there as well. Great idea. £4.95. Loads of you multi-buying. I am definitely getting these today. No two ways about it. In fact, I've got some hearts as well, some shell hearts that I wanted to make glass charms with as well. Is this colour for me? How versatile. Your white, your clear, your black gemstones, go with anything and everything. Always worth having that coloured gemstone in your stash. Then whatever coloured threads you're buying, whatever coloured elastic, anything will work with them. Lorraine in Cardiff, well done to you. Lee in Cardiff, you've got 2. Collect it in Somerset. Lorraine in Cheshire. Philippa in Bristol. Sheila in Cambridgeshire. Mandy in Hertfordshire. Jenny in Bristol. Trudy in Staffordshire. Erica in Cleveland. Wendy in Northamptonshire ×2. Joanne in Midlothian ×2. Adri in Greater Manchester ×2, Rabina in Lanarkshire ×2, Collect it in Bedfordshire ×2, Sharon in Essex ×2. Do you know what? I'm going to get 2. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, in fact, we're not just under £10. You get 2 for under £10 today here at Jewellery Maker. COPO 87. Imagine that, 2 for under £10. Write that one down. Oh, Scott, you just said that out loud. I might just mention that to you again. Scott's just mentioned a very good idea. Watch this space. COPO 87 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. I want to own, by the way, at 3 o'clock this afternoon, exclusively to the mid-show. Oh, hello. Brand new strand. When was the last time we had a plain round peridot? I can't be 100% sure that I've ever seen a plain round peridot.
I was just going to say, I don't think I've ever seen one.
And we normally faceted, aren't we? Drops, the gorgeous Briolette drops that we've had. Yeah, that's coming up at 3 o'clock, the 1 to own. That's beautiful. Right, another one of my favourites that's creeped up the list a lot recently. We had some peach moonstone a good few weeks back now, and I just thought, oh, I need to have it. I just need to have it. I just love it so much. So I actually bought all the strands that we had that day. So I'd got kind of the 4mm, the 6mm, the 8mm, the 10, the 12. And do you know what I did? I sat at home and I made stretchy bracelets for a couple of hours. Really, really easy to do. Excuse me. And you could do that with these quite easily as well. 6mm round, there isn't anything you couldn't do with a gemstone of this size. Whatever medium you're working in, whether it be macrame, kumihimo, your polymer, your wire work, absolutely anything and everything, you can use a 6mm round pretty much. They are good. Can you see? Now, can you see this one here? You can see exactly how this gemstone gets its name, can't you? Moonstone, that beautiful shimmer, that light that you get from the gemstone is just so mesmerising. I think peach, and actually this is a colour that was mentioned a lot when we had the garden party here at Jewellery Maker a good couple of weeks ago now. I went round and I was talking to a lot of the customers. Quite a few of them, you know, mentioned peach moonstone and peach aventurine. It's very complementary to any skin tone, and there is something, again, very serene, very calming, and very, very feminine about this colour in a gemstone. Do you know, that for me, without a doubt, would just be 2 stretchy bracelets. It would look so pretty. And you could easily get 2 stretches out of that. But if you wanted to, you know, you could just have one of those on a long drop in earrings if you wanted to. 90 carats in total. Perhaps you've got your rainbow moonstone already. Your grey moonstone as well would look fantastic. You could mix and match all those colours together if you wanted to. Nothing to say you have to leave this strand by itself. I think, although my go-to colour is sterling silver, or silver I should say, I think a lot of people's go-to with this colour gemstone would be copper and rose gold. Perfect. Yeah.
And even the antique bronze, the darker... dark brown, because
nice,
it's got the more subtle shades in it that would complement the peaches in that.
That would look stunning, wouldn't it? Really, really beautiful. Now, I'm a little bit suspicious. I know it's in the £10 day, which obviously, you know, we've said already, if you're happy to pay £9.95 for anything, just come in and get it, because that's the most that you'll pay. Webbers can see the price tag. I can't, telephone bidders can't. Pretty much every other person on my call screen right now on the web has bought 2 or 3. That'll be why. Can I just say, you know, every strand that I've had, well, they all, you know, £9.95, but I know, like with nugget strands, with Jewellery Maker, we're not going to do that. This is, for me, £9.95 all day, every day. You've got 90 carats of peach moonstone. Look at the colour. There's no compromise on the quality of the gemstone that you are getting here. What a popular gemstone this is. There's so many of you there. Well done to Barbara in Tyneween, you've got 3. Joanne in Midlothian, you've got 3. Rabina in Lanarkshire, you've got 4. Jean in Northamptonshire, she's got 3. Audrey in Greater London's got 2. Lynn in Hampshire's got 2. Erica in Cleveland's got 2. Sissy in Oklahoma, you're all there. Diane in Dorset. Mandy in Hertfordshire. Lee in Greater London. Kimmy, you're there as well. We do have a fantastic quantity of these. Isn't that great that everybody can get this today? Our new bidders, our regular bidders can come in and multi-buy. If you've just tuned in, just dial as soon as you can. 0800 644 655. If you're watching on the web today, pop it in your basket and check it out. I guarantee this will be on a list of codes I will have from my mum as soon as I get home later on. Every day without fail. Can you get this for me, please? Can you get this for me? Guarantee. SDKY16. And what's the length? Says the Reiki lady. Let's have a look. I do apologise. 40 centimetres. I'm going to count them as well for you. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. You might want to sit down. 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64 gemstones approximately I have on this strand. Do you know what these would look fantastic with? Sunstone. Now, I had a strand of that the other day, and I have not seen sunstone for such a long time. I don't know how close you can get to these gemstones, but can you see those beautiful flecks within inside the gemstone? Kind of orangey flecks you've got there. Very reminiscent of sunstone. But look at that lustre across the surface, just like the moon. That is so, so beautiful. You are looking at a gemstone that is completely natural, so feminine, so, so beautiful. What would you do with these, Karen, do you think?
I was just thinking about that. I was thinking about the rose quartz that we had earlier in the kit. I know it's sold out, but you could use
the
those.
cabochons, yeah.
But with the cabochons, you could use them on a beaded necklace chain to hang the cabochons from, or even around the rose quartz. And I would be tempted to just maybe, as you said, stretches.
Yeah.
Keep them very simple because they speak for themselves. You don't need anything else with them.
Don't they? I think, you know, as far as other gemstones go with this one, I think sunstone for that complementing colour, if you like. But it would just be other colours of moonstone for me. So I might put the greys and the rainbow moonstone with these as well, which I'd look for. But even if you just had these as simple stretchy bracelets and perhaps put, you know, 5mm jump rings in between just for a bit of lustre. A few of you texting in saying that you're going to rosary link with these. You see as well, with the strand that is 40 centimetres, you're rosary linking in between those as well. I mean, you could turn that into a very, very long chain if you wanted to. How pretty would that look? They're almost a perfect size for that as well, rosary linking with, aren't they? Imagine that design. That's the kind of thing that would fly off your craft stall. You know, something that's going to be very, very popular, something that's really, really wearable. A gemstone that is complementary to, whoa, look at that one there. A gemstone that is complementary to any skin tone as well. There are approximately 30 in baskets right now. You need to be checking out. They're just £3.95. SDKY16. Paulie in Bedfordshire, Glynis, ×2, you've got yours. Low, again, pretty much every other person buying kind of 2s, 3s, 4s there as well. There's a good 30 in baskets right now, approximately 50 left. I've still got you coming through on the telephone lines and on the web. There is still time for you to do this. At £3.95, what does that work out to per carat, Scott? Is that about 44? There's a 4 in there somewhere. I'm pretty sure of it. 4 pence. I was right, you see. It takes me a while, but if you give me some time, I can do it. £3.95, 4 pence per carat for beautiful peach moonstone you've got there. Massive, massive congratulations if you have managed to get that. Do you know, I can see lots of new viewers today as well. Welcome to the Jewellery Maker family. If this is your first purchase, you will get a DVD and a booklet with your very first order. And you know what, that takes you through some great things as well. It will tell you the essentials that you're going to need to start your jewellery making journey. It will tell you how to make a simple pair of earrings, a stretchy bracelet, a necklace in there as well. And there's lots of hints and tips in there as well. That DVD is really, really helpful. Don't ever feel like you're on your own. We've got a huge community over on our Facebook page as well. If you just type in Jewellery Maker on Facebook, you will find us. Do you know, I've always said this, if you are literally, as I was last night, 3 o'clock in the morning, 1 sheet, 2 sheet, 3 sheet. I'm going to go on Jewellery Maker website. If you go on Jewellery Maker website at 3 o'clock in the morning and put a question on there, I guarantee within a couple of minutes somebody somewhere will answer your question. It's phenomenal, that community, I tell you, it's brilliant. If in the middle of the night you can't sleep because you're thinking, how on earth am I going to finish that pendant? What am I going to do? Just ask someone on Facebook and they'll help you out. Huge community there. But we're live here from 8 AM in the morning right through until 10 PM at night as well, so you can text in any time during the day. Come straight through to the studio and we'll try and help you as much as we can. So you are actually never on your own. It's brilliant, isn't it? Right, turquoise. Now this is reconstituted turquoise, so for those of you that like your perfect rounds with your perfect lustre, gorgeous. So basically you do have turquoise here, but there's a resin compound added as well, if you like, so you've got that perfect finish. So sometimes if we bring you turquoise, you'll be looking at a rough nugget, you know, and a paler colour, but that is just holiday. It's that blue, isn't it? How vibrant is that blue? Oh, can you imagine these with pearls, those Keshi pearls that I had? Look Look at that colour. Wow. 40 carats of your blue turquoise plain rounds. Now these are 4mm rounds, so kind of like the peach moonstone that we've just had. You know, you can use them in your macrame designs and your kumihimo designs if you want to, stretchy bracelets for those, adding attention to detail in your designs. Such a versatile colour, and look at how many you've got there as well. I'm going to give this a measure for you. Oh, sorry. 40 centimetres. That's a long strand, isn't it? 40 centimetre strand. So if you convert that into inches, we're approximately 15 3/4 inches. That's perfect for a necklace if you just wanted to restrand them all. £5.95 for you this afternoon. Incredible. We're under £10 all day long, right up until, I'd say right up until 10 p.m. this evening, but then we have the replays that'll actually go out until 8 o'clock in the morning. So it's like 24 hours, isn't it? Of under £10. This is brilliant. CNPO15 is your code for these. 0800 644 655. Now I always like turquoise with copper. I think turquoise and bare copper
works every
is like
time.
the best combination.
Yes. They both complement each other and they both make each other pop.
Yeah, I just
without
think it's
overpowering.
Such a yeah, definitely. They are beautiful. And again, you've got that perfect round because it is reconstituted turquoise. You've got that perfect round that actually we don't see very often in turquoise at all. Well done if you've managed to get these. Lots of you coming through on the web. It's a really, really busy day, just like the under £10 day we had. I'm surprised we've got anything left, to be fair with you. CNPO15 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. Make sure you're checking that out as soon as you possibly can. CNPO15 is your code for this one. Now, coming up after the break, brand new strand, the one to own today, perfectly round peridos. I just don't know if I've ever seen round peridos. I mean, I probably have. Well, you know, granted, I see a lot of gemstones here at Jewellery Maker, but it's not often enough for it to stand out. That's coming up for you as your one to own after the break. The second kit. How many do we have, Scott? 150. I mean, if any of my personal shoppers are watching today, that'd be great. I really hope that my mum has remembered. Because I've got one of my favourite gemstones ever, the most incredible strand of fluorite, a strand of pearls and wire going under £10 for you. Don't go anywhere, and I'll see you in just a few minutes' time.
Are you new to jewellery making? Not sure where to start? Then head over to our website and check out our Get Started page. Watch the welcome message from presenter Carol and find out all about Jewellery Maker. Watch one of our easy to follow tutorials where our guest designers will teach you the basics and give you the confidence to start making earrings, bracelets and necklaces. If you prefer to simply have a go, then check out our starter kits. They contain everything you need, including instructions, tools, gemstones and clasps, allowing you to create your very first jewellery pieces. You can either watch the video tutorial or follow the step-by-step instructions to give you plenty of inspiration. We also have an array of beginners workshops that you can attend here at our studios and join our experienced designers and get a taste for this fabulous hobby. We will guide you through the basics to get you started making your own beautiful jewellery. Everyone is welcome in the jewellery making family, so start your jewellery making journey today. There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
Good afternoon, welcome back to Jewellery Maker. If you've just tuned in, it is under £10 day here at Jewellery Maker, which means everything is going under £10. There is no exception to the rule. The kit's going under £10, star buys are going under £10, absolutely everything going under £10. If it's not under £10, you make sure you text that gallery and say, hang on a little minute, you said under £10. We've already messed up today, I think, a couple of times. Just saying, just saying. The one to own exclusive to the mid show takes place at 3 o'clock every day. One opportunity to get a phenomenal strand, of course, at a fantastic price tag. This is going under £10 for you today. Now, trying to think between us all, have we ever seen peridot rounds? When was the last time that you saw peridot rounds? Doesn't happen very often at all, have to say. See who did there, Ryan. Ryan says they're not around a lot, are they? Shocking, I tell you. These are 4mm rounds that you have here. Now this for me was one gemstone that took me an absolute age to, as I come to terms with, believe that this was a completely natural gemstone. So there are a lot of gemstones in the industry that are treated in some way, and there is nothing wrong with that at all. Wherever we can enhance beauty, wherever we can improve on beauty, we will absolutely do it. With peridot, we can't. We just can't do it. That colour is as vibrant as it gets when it comes to a green gemstone. Now, bearing in mind that peridot is formed in the same part of the earth where diamonds are formed, which is in the mantle. So most gemstones are formed in the crust. Just diamonds and peridot formed in the mantle. Now, the mantle is approximately 90 miles deep into the earth. 90 miles. That is so far, isn't it? But the majority of our peridot comes from China. So in China, the mantle is rumoured to be only 50 metres thick in that particular area of the world. So what we believe is that because that peridot has a shorter journey to travel, this is why we're getting such colourful gemstones every time. Every single time we have peridot, it has this intense, juicy, vibrant colour. And I'm thinking that for those of you that love peridot, this is like gold dust to get a 4mm round. I mean, how fantastic is that going to look in your designs? That's going to open up the door to a lot of designs for you, isn't it? It really, really will. The vibrancy of the colour is just fantastic. And every single one of these perfectly colour matched as well. Absolutely perfectly colour matched. It's August birthstones. If you're doing any of your birthstone pieces, then you will need to have this one in your stash. peridot, when you think about this gemstone and this colour, it's Mother Nature's backdrop. So put this with your blues, put it with your yellows, put it with your purples, put it with your pinks. It will work with anything and everything. Design-wise, you know, if you're doing any floral designs, how fantastic is that going to look? If you're doing any kind of vine designs, fantastic. It's so, so versatile. Now, peridot is a gemstone that last year, when I was in Lanzarote, they love peridot over there. And honestly, it seems to be the only genuine gemstone that they have. I'm not saying it actually is, but they love it. It is absolutely everywhere. And Lanzarote is famous for its volcanic rock. So it's always put with volcanic rock, which is a black gemstone. It looks fantastic. It really, really does. And do you know, I was looking at a bracelet that had the tiniest amount of peridot in, and the rest was volcanic rock. It was €70. I know. I tell you. Do you know, it's when you do research like that, or you stumble across it somewhere else, you know, in a crystal shop, or you see it in jewellery somewhere else, that it brings it home, doesn't it, to what we actually do here at Jewellery Maker. And I mean, when we're talking 55 carats, I mean, it is under £10 though. I'm just putting it out there before anybody texts in. 0800 644 655. I'm going to count how many there is, and I'm going to measure the strand for you. 40 centimetres in length, and I'm going to count out 20 for you. We've done it. Amazing. £9.95 here. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I think we've got to be looking at 100 gemstones on that strand there. There's your 20, and there's the rest of the strand. I think we're getting on for 100 gemstones quite easily there. At £9.95, there are loads and loads of you with these in baskets. Please check out as soon as you possibly can. Lynn in Essex, collected in Surrey, Teresa in Argyll and Bute, Jane, Deborah, Helen, Paul in Lancashire, Rabina, Sally in Yorkshire's got 3, Sue in Cheshire, Patricia in Hertfordshire, Barbara in North Yorkshire ×2, Amanda, well done, you've got yours in Kent, Adele in Surrey, Audrey in Greater London, you've got 2, Margaret in Greater Manchester, well done, Sharon in Essex, you've got 3, Lee in Greater London, well done, Philippa in Bristol, Mona, collected, but there's absolutely tons and tons of you there. Can I just point out as well, I was talking a lot about Chinese peridot at the start of the auction. This is actually Brazilian. Do you know what? To get this colour in Brazilian peridot, wow! That's incredible. Lucky £9.95 as well. What would you do with this, Karen, do you think?
Sorry, what size? They're 4 millimetres, aren't they? I was thinking about the moonstone you had earlier.
Ooh.
4 mil. Again, they would work against those. They would work beautifully with pearls.
Yeah.
Lovely accents at the centre of wire-made or pearl-made flowers for weddings.
Perfect, yeah.
Wine glass charms even, again, use them with the shell pearl flowers that you had.
Yeah.
With pearls, they just work.
They do, don't they? And do you know, it was only probably, I don't know, a couple of months ago, it was this year, that guest designer Flo Hastings said to me, the 2 Ps, pearl and peridot. I don't think I'd ever seen them together, I'd never put them together, but my goodness me. They are like soulmates, aren't they? They're like meant to be together, pearls and peridot. Imagine using those peridot as your spacers in between these pearls. These pearls, by the way, went down to £7.95. Code is at the bottom of your screen. So for under £20, you can get peridot and pearls today. That is, I mean, can you imagine the valuation of something like that? So, you know, I can't sit here and say to you, well, this is going to be valued at X amount. But I tell you, I think you'd be looking at a healthy profit with something like that. XCKY37, Patricia in the West Midlands, Janet, Geraldine, Catherine, well done, Royston in Bristol, you've got 2, Paula in Cambridgeshire, congratulations, Michaela in Cornwall, Anna in Perth and Kinross, Carol in North Yorkshire, well done, Mona in Georgia, Erica in Cleveland, Philippa in Bristol, Avril in Yorkshire, you're there as well. There's got to be 100 gemstones on that strand quite easily. I'll say between 80 and 100 to err on the side of caution. Oh, you've done that maths. Brilliant. I love that. It's probably a very much quicker way of working it out, really. I love that. Scott's taken on the formula of one of our customers, 4 millimetres, 40 centimetres, 100 gemstones. Brilliant. £9.95. Little bracelet, delicate bracelet. I'd have to use. In fact, I don't know, Emma, could you pass me, in the 4 o'clock box, there is a little butterfly toggle clasp. That butterfly is gorgeous. It's 925 sterling silver, and I would actually use that as a charm on a bracelet like this. It is just stunning. If you've got any 925 sterling silver charms at home as well, you could just pop something on there if you wanted to. It would look fantastic. Using these for your beady beads as well, you know, it would. Oh, really well, yeah. Beads. Oh, incoming butterfly. Look at this. Oh, you see, isn't that just gorgeous? So pretty. Pop that onto a jump ring, pop that on your bracelet. That's coming up for you. Was it in the 3 o'clock hour, sorry? Is it coming up in this hour? Yes, coming up in this hour. And you could do that with any of your stretchy bracelets, as if you'd use the peach moonstone from earlier on. I love that butterfly. It's so pretty. It's gorgeous. I could put that with any strand that I've got today. That's gorgeous. So coming up for you very, very soon. And keep dialing, by the way, 0800 644 655. Your one to own, exclusive to the mid-show here at Jewellery Maker today. Massive opportunity to get yourself peridot rounds. I mean, if you've got any other shape in your stash. So I know that the last couple of strands of peridot that I've bought to you have been kind of the briolette shaped gemstones, the little drops, faceted drops. I'm trying to think of rondelles. Yeah, we've had faceted rondelles before, I think. And I was saying just the last time I was here, actually, the best combination of gemstones I've ever seen. I was sat at home watching Jewellery Maker. I was on my own. It was Jenny Cleary presenting, and she put together amethyst, citrine, blue apatite and peridot. And I was sat there on my own and I said out loud, wow. Honestly, it's the best combination of gemstones I've ever seen. If you've got amethyst, apatite and citrine in your stash, have a go at putting your peridot with them when you get them home. It is just the most fabulous rainbow of colour. Such a vibrant look you get from designs with those gemstones as well. But because it is Mother Nature's backdrop, you put this with anything and it will work. XEKY37 is your code for this one. Got approximately 20 in baskets right now. Do remember that you haven't done it until you have completed your checkout. So while you have anything in your basket, if you leave it there, perhaps go off and do something, come back. Don't be surprised if it's disappeared, because it's not directly allocated to you, if you like. Somebody comes in on the phone lines and decides that they want that peridot, then it will disappear from your basket. So it's very important to check out as soon as you can and make sure you're confirming your purchases. 0800 644 655. Massive congratulations. So many of you got 2 of those. Sharon in Essex has got 3. Yeah, lucky monkey. Right. The kit. All I want is one. Just one kit. That's all I want. I tell you, it doesn't make me very happy when I'm here and we do deals like this. Because I really, really want this kit so badly. Oh, this is like... We're not going to mess around with this one. This is going to sell out in minutes. There's 150. That's where we should be if you bought all of these components individually on the web. You know what we're going to do. Get dialing. Oh, I'm going to start with this because this for me is just... I'm going to measure it straight away for you. About 15 inches. I think we're looking at approximately 40 centimetres. Every colour of fluorite imaginable in this strand. Every colour imaginable. You've got the glacier blues, the glacier greens, you've got the yellows, and you've got the purples. Can I just say, I would be more than happy to come in for this strand at $9.95 by itself.
I would. It's a rainbow on a strand, it's beautiful.
It is just 50 gone straight away. It is one of the most phenomenal gemstones, completely natural. The colour variety is just absolutely stunning. Strand of genuine pearls. What are we doing? Strand of genuine pearls there, and they're your lavender pearls as well. They are 7 by 6 millimetres in size. Look at that for a combo. Just stunning. I mean, what kind of price tag would you resell the pearls if you just stranded those, perhaps pearl knotting with purple thread? Oh, how gorgeous would that look? At a 95 sterling silver clasp, might be the butterfly toggle clasp. What kind of price tag would you pop on your pearls? Would you have your money back at home? think you probably would. Yeah, I'll say. And you've also got your silver plated wire, silver plated wire as well. So I've got your 0.6mm gauge, your 0.8 and your 0.4, so 3 fantastic gauges. So the 0.8, you can twist that together, it's going to give you a little bit more structure. You've got your 0.6, which your 0.6, I mean, that's great for making your own findings with your own jump rings, your own findings. 0.4 weaving wire again, fantastic colour. Look at the quantity, we had 150, I have got no chance.
See, well, I'm not surprised. And nearly all of the pearls, and certainly all of the fluorite went onto the 0.6 wire. Brilliant. So if you're doing rosary links, they were great.
Fantastic.
In fact, the fluorite went onto the 0.8 wire.
Oh, look, Karen. Can I just say, I love, love, love this ring. Oh, sorry, I messed that up, didn't I? Emma, right, I'm sorry. Just look at that. Oh, all gone. Oh, would you look at this? I absolutely love this, Karen. That is such a me piece. How much would you sell this for, do you think?
I would be looking at this. I do some very similar to that, and they sell for between 15 and 20.
Sold. I will take it. That's unbelievable. That's just, and that is 3 gemstones.
3 gemstones and some silver
and a tiny bit of wire that you've got in there as well. Just look at these, Karen. Every single piece that you've done here is just fabulous. Love these designs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 designs. I'm guessing that you've used all the gemstones because I'm looking and I'm actually looking thinking.
Actually, I've got a lot of the fluorite left.
What?
I've got quite a bit of the fluorite left.
Wow. So you could, if you like, you could make that ring again, but use some fluorite,
easily,
quite a few times over if you wanted to. Look at the size of that one there.
Yeah.
That's a solitaire ring by itself. Can you see that on camera 4, Ryan? Look at that. That's a solitaire ring right there. A little bit of wire with that.
And some of the colours and the banding on the fluorite.
Look at this one.
I had about 5 pearls left and no wire.
Wow.
But I did get quite a bit out of it. And they're quite gem heavy.
They really are. That's why I was looking at them and I said to you, you probably haven't got any gemstones left. No. So I'm looking at them thinking, did we have that many gemstones to start with? They've gone such a long, long way. Those £9.95. There's none left. Gone really, really quickly. Not surprised at all. You pop the peridot, the one to own, with these as well. Can you imagine how fabulous? Again, if you're new to us here at Jewellery Maker, brand new, looking for somewhere to start, I really, really hope that you just managed to get that kit because at £9.95, you could be recreating some of these designs, perhaps, you know, coming up with your own designs, just topping up your stash today. What a fantastic, fantastic deal. XCKY37 is your code for that one. Massive, massive well done if you've managed to get that. Oh no, that was the code for the peridot, I beg your pardon, not the kit. Kit's sold out. Right then, Karen, I'm going to let you crack on with your demonstration. Which piece are you going to show us?
It's the middly one.
This one here?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Could you just
Do you want it over there? See what you've done?
Because I can't remember how.
I don't know how any of you, to be fair, remember what you've done. I wouldn't.
This one is a slightly different one to the ones I normally do. And in that I haven't done a lot of heavy weaving or intricate weaving on it.
Yeah.
I've kept it quite plain. I don't know whether that's... I have kept it very, very plain and done a bail in a different way to hook up from either side. So it just is just a different take. Yeah. It's quite simple. There are a few elements.
Such a statement piece, though. And but sometimes, Karen, I think, you know, gemstones like this, that's all.
You don't need a lot.
Fancy,
no. And with the stones, the fluorite and the pearls, they just speak for themselves. You don't need a great deal going on with them. But I quite enjoy doing that one. It is quite vintage. Yeah. It's quite Art Nouveau. There's an arts and crafts element to it. Yeah. So I'll leave that there because then I can remember what I did. I did actually, and I'll be honest with you, I did add this bit going around the sides the day after I'd done it because I kept looking at it. It was on a bust at home, and I kept looking at it and thinking, it doesn't look right. It looks just incomplete. It needs something. So I did that around it and just gave it a little scroll, and it just completely. As soon as I saw it, I thought it needed that.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
And it does. Again, it's a a little bit Randy McIntosh-ish as well when I look at it like that. I hadn't thought of that. So you start this, it's quite a simple make. You start with about a piece of the 0.8 wire, about 12, 13 inches long, and make a fish shape. And pull it round. Find the centre of the coil that you've made the fish, and just bend down. So you've got a nice sharp sharpish fish. Yeah. And you need to do another one that is going to be the added on bit as well. So you're just doing one exactly the same. But for the centre one, where you have the point that you've just made, bring it together slightly, and just with the wider part of your chin nose pliers, you can bring it out to get in a minute, shape it. Just give it a good squidge so that you have at the bottom that sort of shape.
It's almost like the tip of a lemon, isn't it?
It is, yes, yeah. And then you need to just, both sides, just bring them, the 0.8 is so lovely to work with, it's so soft and it just goes where you want it to go. It behaves itself so well, it's lovely. So you need to do both sides so that they come round together, so that you can make sure that you do get them. It does need to be symmetrical on the outside of this, because it does look wrong. And you can just bring it round so that you end up with a teardrop shape.
Okay.
Which is the centre part. You can go as small or as large as you like. That's just an idea. It evolved as I was going along, and I put the 3 different coloured fluorite in, and they also move, so there's just that little bit of movement in. And then what I did was just got a small piece of the 0.4 wire, which I haven't got any of. There we go. Just some here. And just loosely fasten the top bits together. Okay. They're still going to move, but you have a rough idea of where you want to be. And just very loosely fasten that together. And I'll cut that off so I can throw things on the floor at the same time. So you've got there your basic fish shape. Okay. You can, if you want at this point, just hammer it gently with either a nylon hammer or a hide mallet or one of the wire whackers, just to give it a little bit of strength, because it is 0.8. Yeah. And when you start to weave it onto here, you can, if you're not careful, pull it out of shape. Yeah. And what we need to do now is add these 2 pieces, which look a little bit, it may be better if I can turn them over. We've got
Can I just move that over?
Sorry.
That's all right. Just so we can see. There you go.
So it's these 2 pieces that we're sitting the pearls on. And for these, I used 2 pieces of wire, they're about 2 inches. Okay. And what you need to do is make a loop at the bottom. Yeah. I used my bail making pliers on the smallest because the pearl is sitting on them rather than it sitting around the pearl. Yeah. So just make a loop around. And just trim so that it sits nicely. And if you can trim at the same angle as the piece of wire that you're cutting against, you should be able to just nicely...
Gives it a nice clean finish,
yes, you should be able to just push it nicely into shape. Okay. And then you need to be doing this sort of shape. Okay. Which looks a little bit daunting, and it was at first. I thought, how is that going to work? So you need 2 of those. So you've got the loop at the bottom. Yeah. And you need to be just bringing it around And I've done one, so I can work from it. It was a little bit of trial and error when I did the first one, because basically what you're going to do, you need to bring it round, and then bring it round again. And it's probably not quite 2 inches of wire that you need. So you just follow that contour. So what you're doing is following that contour around.
Okay.
Whoops. And then you will be making another circle for the other pearl to sit on.
I'm going to quickly bring you this butterfly clasp. Now the kit has sold out. I've shown you this a couple of times already. We've had quite a few texts asking about the butterfly clasp. I'm going to do it for you now and put the graphicals on screen for you. You could use this with absolutely any design you like. I'm always saying the butterfly motif, if you're going to use any, make it the butterfly. It's so beautiful, so graceful, so feminine. Very, very popular amongst designers. There's quite a few huge fashion designers out there as well. You know, you can kind of find scarves featuring butterflies, even perfume bottles with butterflies, all over the catwalk, so on trend at the moment as well. Now you have your 925, I forgot it was under £10 there, 925 sterling silver. Now I showed it earlier on, just on the wrist, because quite often when we have these toggle clasps, I think, do you know what, I'm going to use that as two separate components. I'm really going to get my money's worth. So for me, I would have this as a charm on a bracelet, but also if you look at that, I mean, if you did get the peridot, for example, attach a jump ring at the top here, pop that onto your 925 sterling silver chain. You could have a pearl dropping down there. You could have a peridot dropping down in the centre there if you wanted to. You could have that in a pendant and that would look so beautiful. You could then use your T-bar in cufflinks if you wanted to, for gents cufflinks. You don't have to at all, but if you are using this as a toggle clasp, don't hide it around the back of the neckline or around the back of the wrist. It needs to be on show, doesn't it? Incredibly well made. You've got a lot of 925 sterling silver there, adding value to any of your designs. You've got your 925 stamp on the back there as well. I would multi-buy, you know, for pendants and earrings. You know, buy a couple of these. You could have those as earrings if you wanted to. You could go down the birthstone route. Couldn't you even have, you know, somebody's birthstone just dropping down in the centre there as well. Wire wrap that in if you wanted to. Absolutely anything and everything. £7 and 95 pence DBPK 46. Well done if you've got that. Gorgeous. Righty-ho.
So what we were aiming for is a shape like that.
Yeah.
Do two.
Okay.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
And you can flip them over. And they are going to sit inside the little lemon that you've just made. Lemon or fish. You can make these as big or as small as you like.
Okay.
I think I made these slightly smaller, so on this one I had a gap that I could put one of the peridot through. Yeah. And the same there.
The fluorite.
I can't. That's one.
It's fine.
Fluorite. Same, similar colour. Fluorite. So you now need to start connecting these together. And what I did with this was I took these two centerpieces first, and with some 0.4 wire, fairly long piece, as long as you are happy with.
Yeah.
And just find the centre and start to bind these two centre circles together. That's not going to work because it's too close together. And you are going to... It is fiddly. Yeah. It will get better.
I think once you've kind of anchored it in, it becomes easy, doesn't it? It's just that initial...
When they start to move around and you think it's never going to work. So you need to just pull up. And with this, I would be tempted to go straight across rather than an under-over weave. It's straight across. Just push that through. And the reason we've got so much on either side is that we're going to add the pearls. Yeah. And then a little bit of weaving up the side. and we'll also add a silver spacer bead in the bottom. So it is just straight. It looks really, really messy.
It's fine. You say it just takes a while, doesn't it, to get that
for
when
it
you
to
put it
settle
in
into place. And when you're at home and you can sit and do it quite calmly, it's, it works every time.
When there's not thousands of people watching you.
Or even you. No pressure there then. Or even I can feel you looking at me and I'm thinking, ooh, move quickly. So you just need to bind those together. And it is my birthday and I haven't been drinking, and
we get the idea. As long as we get the idea, it's absolutely fine.
It's
you can just talk us through it if you want to. It's easier.
Oh, really? Right. So I would start again. Normally.
Don't worry.
So it's pulling those together.
Yeah.
And I pulled it together just to attack. There we go. And what you need to do then is just take up in between the two.
Yeah.
Make sure that they are sitting next to each other rather than overlapping. Just bring the wire up and thread on one of the pearls.
Okay.
Which all go on the 0.4. As I say, most of the pearls went on the 0.6, but not all.
Okay. That's handy to know as well, isn't it? If you just give them a little ream and...
They all go on the 0.4, absolutely no problem.
Yeah.
So take it across that wire through.
Okay.
And just wrap 3 or 4 times around, and do exactly the same on the other side.
Okay.
Add the pearl on and wrap. So you've got a little coil, you've wrapped a little coil up there. You need then to attach, I'll just cut that off, that onto the outside frame. Now I've manipulated this frame now so that it's about the same size as the inner one on there. So we're going to do this little bit here that attaches onto there.
Okay.
And again, you need a fairish length of wire because you're going to do a wrap up.
Yeah.
So that it gives a nice sort of continuity on here that leads up to there.
Okay.
So where was I? So I'll just do the one side. I'll get rid of that. So you have 2 pearls on there.
Okay.
So we need to wrap it onto here first. Just anchor the wire on just a couple of times. Nice and tightly. So it's very, very neat.
Yeah.
Because there isn't much wire weaving and wire wrapping on here, anything that you do needs to be neat because it's going to jump out and glare at you and say that just looks wrong. And then pull it down so it's on the bottom curve, so to speak. And then take it around the frame and just pull it nice and tight. And again, this is not a weave, it's a round and round rather than under and over.
Okay.
It's not a figure of 8. So just maybe 3 times around the frame and then take it just once round there and then back around and then go around the outer frame.
Okay.
So you can weave up the outer frame like hand coiling.
Okay.
Rather than a gizmo coil, it's a hand coil. It does take a little bit of time and a little bit of patience because you haven't got any free areas to move the wire in and out. Yeah. So and that looks like it's gone completely out of shape, but you're aiming for, you can pull that in, and then what you would do, you would do both sides.
Yeah.
Then you would add another pearl to the top there and join those two together. So I'll join this side.
Okay,
so
while you do that, I'll bring you these Zari threads that I've got here. These colours.
They're nice.
Look at these, really fantastic. You know, I'm thinking of that event at the end of the year. I'm also thinking bridal with these colours as well. They are fabulous. Now, these particular ones that we have, they always remind me, I think they always look like little crimp tubes that have been threaded onto some threading material. They've got that gorgeous, gorgeous texture to them. You've got your champagne, your antique copper and your bronze spiral pattern Zari thread there. Quite a few times when we brought you these before, I've had a couple of text messages in saying, I love the Zari threads, but I don't quite know what to do with them. You can do so much with these. You can crochet with them if you want to. You can simply finger knit or plait them if you want to. You can macrame, you can kumihimo with them if you want to. You could just use one in a wish bracelet design or a kind of shambhala style bracelet if you wanted to. Absolutely loads that you can do with these. Now you will get 300 metres in total. That's 100 metres of each that you've got there. That is such. Now, there's a little bit of a debate in the gallery. Director Wes just said, how long is a football pitch? 300 foot. So this is longer than a football pitch. I would imagine 300 metres, I mean, that's a lot. 100 yards, that's the size of a football pitch. Is that all? Oh, that's not as big as I thought. This is way bigger. These, if we stretched all of these out, that is such a huge, huge amount you've got there. 300 metres in total. Whatever you do with these, whether it be macrame, kumihimo, or crocheting, anything like that, they will last and last and last. You could even use these as kind of fancy ribbons for wrapping gifts with and stuff like that, can't you? Perfect for that. I like 100. 644, 655. We're going under £10. So even if we're at £9.95, that's like £3.30 something each. We're at not £9.95. £6. Oh, not £6.95. RK 54. £1.30. Right, that works out to 1 point something pence per metre. 1 point something pence per metre. If you went into a haberdashery store and asked them for you know, kind of a metre long length of materials, when you go into a haberdashery store, you don't get things at like a penny per metre, do you? That is bonkers low. If you don't know what to do with them yet, just get them home. They're £3.95. You've got 30 days to think about it. Have a look at designs. You know, if you're not on Pinterest, go on Pinterest and have a look at some inspiration. Follow our guest designer pages on Facebook. Have a look on the Jewellery Maker page. 3 o'clock in the morning, if you still can't think, put on Jewellery Maker. What should I do with my Zari threads? Somebody will answer you pretty quickly. RYRK54 is your code for these. Multi-buy as well. We've had some fantastic colours. You know, you can incorporate those colours together. So perhaps you've got some reds and some greens. Put them with a gold. A bit Christmassy maybe. Talking of Christmas, how many weeks is it till Christmas here at Jewellery Maker? No, I mean Jewellery Maker Christmas. 25th of July. We're like a week and a bit away, I think. It's not long, is it? Not long. When is it? Oh, we're here. It's us as well. Yes, does that mean I can get my Christmas jumper out? Brilliant, because I am always cold. The day I can wear my Christmas jumper in the studio is brilliant. Oh my God. Okay, 54 is your code. £3.95 Lee in Cardiff ×2, Tracy in Berkshire, you've got 2, Lee in Greater London, Sharon in Essex, Karen in the Isle of Anglesey, well done, June in Essex, Pamela, well done, Cheryl, Yvonne, Stella, Diane, Jackie, Kerry, Erica, Julie, Collector in Ayrshire, Brian. The great thing about Christmas here at Jewellery Maker in July is even if you don't like Christmas, it's just a reason for us to go silly, isn't it, really, on prices and stuff like that. I mean, why not? Why not? And also, the Christmas tree decorations don't get as dusty if you get them out halfway through the year as well. That's always good. They have to polish off all those baubles, do we? Because they're not as dusty. And, you know, if we're lucky, we might be giving away some presents or something like that, you know. RK 54. Elizabeth in County Down, Eleanor in Merseyside, Fiona in Norfolk, Charlotte, Victoria, Marilyn, Jennifer, Carol, well done, Collector, Eleanor in Barcelona. you're in. Make sure you're checking out your baskets for those. Fabulous. Right, how are you getting on? Lovely.
Looking very messy with lots of wires, but don't worry about it because you can use all of the extra wires that you have down here for the hand coiling. And of course you'll have a pearl there.
Yeah.
And what I've done there is I have joined the top part of the, so it's this little bit.
Yeah.
Or this one. And I'm going to add another pearl.
Okay.
I'll take the end off just so the pearl will go on. And then choose a nice fluorite. Just go across the centre.
Yeah.
So you've got a little bit of movement. It will move.
Yeah.
And what I tried to do, as I say, was get the three of the lovely colours that were there, and some of the banding in the fluorite was just stunning.
That's what fluorite is so lovely for. I love the movement in that.
Sorry. So just anchor on the pearl.
Can I just move your hands up ever so slightly so we can see on camera for
it's
habit, isn't it? You have it close to your face,
it keeps moving down. So just anchor that on nicely onto that coil that you've made. You will have to feed this back through. Very carefully, very gently, and just pull it nice and tight. Just gently manoeuvre it into place. And then you have to choose one of the, I'll grab one quickly.
Yeah. One of your many fluorite.
Yeah, I've got some, not a huge amount left, it's got to be said. But you pick one up, you think that's nice, and then you see one next to it, oh well, I'll try that one. So I've gone for this one, and it's got a slightly, which is quite nice about these, it's a slightly at an angle drill hole.
Okay.
So it's not going to hang beautifully straight, but it should still have the movement in. So if you thread that onto there, and then bring it into the take it down through the coil that you've made at the other side.
Okay.
It looks very fragile and as if it's not going to come together, but it does.
Yeah.
It does come together.
Okay.
Don't be frightened of it.
Yeah.
And don't be worried about having lots of pieces of wire flapping around because you'll get rid of them.
Yeah.
And so you can pull that together nice and tightly. And then thread on another pearl and just take it across to the other side.
Yeah.
I'll do that very quickly. How on earth anybody drilled those 1 mil lapis?
I know.
And then actually threaded them onto something? I have no idea. It was bad enough trying to get and take that around there, and then take it around the frame again. Take it around that way, and then just give it a good. And you can manipulate the pearls into place. So you've got, and then hand coil right up to the top.
Okay.
So once you've done that, you can then add hand coil along here.
Yeah.
On both sides. A spacer bead, you don't have to, you could use another pearl or a larger fluorite, take that across and put those across on there. So that fills that side in. Up to the top, and you can undo the top of here now. And what we're aiming for is the little loop that's going to act. Don't move it there. Little loop that's going to act as the bail, as opposed to a bail going the.
Do you know what that looks like? As I'm looking at that pendant, it reminds me of a ballerina.
It does actually, yes.
I can see her body and her head there as well. I like that.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that before.
No, I was just looking at it. That looks like a little, kind of ballerina there with the tutu. I like it.
It does, yeah. Thank you for that.
That's all right.
Makes me feel a lot better. So we now have, we've worked here, and what actually I did cheat and did do a gizmo coil.
Okay.
To bring down on here and on here to join those two pearls there. can...
Yeah.
And then I can't remember how I made the... it was such a difficult one to do, right. So one of the wires, once the gizmo coiled, and I'm really sorry that I didn't do one earlier,
Don't worry.
the gizmo, take one wire, just, and as I said, because it's the 0.8, it works, and then take the other one,
Yeah.
make sure it's nice and smooth, and I did use my bail making pliers on the largest.
Yeah.
Or you could use a pen, anything that's nice and round. You need a good, and took it down behind, and that gives, when that's coiled, that would give you the bail. The bail. You can take that, you can then take that back, holding that there, over there, so you have a little bit of a twist, and just nicely manipulate it into shape, and then work one of the wires at the back down. Again, this will be coiled, just with your, just take it back over again.
It must be very difficult remembering what you did. I can't remember what I did 5 minutes ago.
Give that a good squidge. It's not as neat as it should be. This will be gizmoed, and what you're going to do then is form this little loop, which is just a decoration.
Yeah.
You want to?
That's right, I just pop it in the middle so we can see.
Yeah. And this is from the back.
Yeah.
And then just form. You can do it freehand because it will just follow itself around. And then when you get to there, you can snip that little bit. Because it's not a stress point, there's no stress on this at all, so you don't have to make sure that it's a wrapped loop. It should, with your chain nose pliers, just bring it in so that it's nicely fitting into there. So you've got that shape, and they will all be. And then that piece as well, you can take back over. Don't think I took it over quite as much on that one. As I say, I can't quite remember. And then just cut that. Very, very close. That is wrapped. It is a stress point, if you like, because the chain is going to be fastened to there on either side. So that gives you that.
Fabulous.
Little piece there.
I'm just going to quickly, I've just been passed something, by the way. We weren't supposed to have this. I don't know where we've got this from, but this is rose gold plated 925. That is $6.95. Cheeky deal for you there. So if you're looking to get a chain today, you've got a 16-inch rose gold plated 925 sterling silver chain that is finished for £6.95. So if you're watching on the web right now, if you type in rose gold plated chain, I wonder what the lowest price tag you'd find is, because I don't think it would be anywhere near £6.95. I think you'd be looking at another figure easily. Look at the lustre and the sparkle from this. So even if you wear this just by itself, how pretty is that going to look? If you're looking for a gift for somebody today, perhaps, as well, wouldn't that just be perfect? Perfect gift idea. Even, oh, look at that. I can see the lustre from there. Gorgeous. Finished as well. You don't have to do anything to this if you don't want to. Do you know, if you just sold it on like this, have a think about what kind of prices you would put. In fact, Scott, can you just have a little search online and just type in 16-inch rose gold plated chain, see what we can find. That is incredible. You've got your 2-inch extended chain there as well, so depending on the neckline that you're wearing, you can adjust that if you need to. Rose gold being one of the most popular colours of this season as well. It really, really is. 0800 644 655. I'd be multi-buying. The first price that Scott has come to on the web for a rose gold plated chain is £40. I rest my case. TZPO14 is your code for this one, with any of the purple amethyst. Wow. Auction website, £12. That's a great price. I'd probably pay that, but it's still not Jewellery Maker prices, is it? TZPO14, loads of you coming in and multi-buying for this. That's exactly what I would be doing, exactly what I'd be doing. Well done, get 2, get 3. If the quantity is there, you're more than welcome to multi-buy. There is no limit to how many you buy per customer. If your budget is there, then absolutely go. Oh, I think that's such a great gift idea, isn't it? Stunning. Right, I think, how long have we got left? About 5 minutes left, Karen. Is that okay with you?
That's fine.
Yeah.
What I've done now is you will have this nicely filled with the pearls, fluorite, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And woven down to there. And then I did the extra fish, which I fastened on at the back and used a little seed bead.
Okay.
So it was a case of wrap around the base of the fish to the point, and then add just a little seed bead, or you could add a pearl.
Yeah.
I just added a little silver seed bead.
I quite like the seed beads in that design.
Yes, they just make it...
just a bit more lustre in there, isn't it? And if you're looking to get any seed beads this weekend, the weekend to be here, seed bead weekend, all weekend.
And then take it...
Sorry,
am I getting in your way?
No, I think I'm in your way.
Place it nicely onto here, she said. Again, it looks really fiddly. When you're at home, it's not.
Yeah.
You're in control much more than I am at the moment. Oh, for goodness sake. And then take... No, I've done that wrong. Put the seed bead on after you fastened it to...
Oops.
Sorry.
Ready enough?
You fastened it onto the frame.
Ah, okay. And then do it afterwards.
Yeah. Just fasten that to the frame here. Oh. And just very gently, because it is the point-ain't wire, don't be too vicious with it, because it will... Take that up again over the outer frame. You can move this out of place because it's you're going to be, you can adjust it back into shape.
Okay, yeah.
Pull it on tight there. Then add the seed bead. Pull that. Oh, this hasn't gone at all well today.
Don't you worry, it's absolutely fine.
Oh, it's there. Thank you. Find the hole, which is huge compared to 1 mil.
Yeah.
And then do exactly the same. Take it over.
Okay.
Take that in between so that it pushes nicely into...
Yeah.
So you've got that.
Yeah, so it's just nestled in there.
It just does nestle nicely. And do exactly the same. Wrap it onto the outer frame of the middle piece. Just... And if you have given this a little hammer, it would be a lot easier as well, because it will hold its shape a lot better. Just push that back up through. And pull down, and then wrap around the outer frame 2 or 3 times, so that you've mirrored the other side. And it's fastened it onto the inner frame and the outer frame, and you fastened it on with the seed bead. So you would fasten that, so that you would end up with that sort of...
Okay.
And that would sit much more neatly than that is. It's a little bit loose. Sorry about that. And
you've just at the top there, you've just attached. You've done your own kind of loops
rosary
with
links
your,
and the figure of 8.
Yeah.
And they've got all tangled together now.
Oh, don't worry. Absolutely fine. Are you on Facebook, Karen, at all?
Yes, I do have a
Facebook
page. Yes, I do.
How will we find you on Facebook?
It's just Karen Gray.
Okay, then. So if you go on onto Karen's Facebook page, we are out of time, unfortunately. But if you've got any further questions or there's anything you're a little bit unsure of, just go onto Facebook, search for Karen Gray. You'll find her on there, and I'm sure you'll only be too happy to answer any questions that you've got. We'll be back with you. We've got more deals. It is under £10 day here at Jewellery Maker, so do make sure that you're coming back. See you in a sec.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
I love Jewellery Maker because the products are so good and their quality is excellent. I love watching the presenters because they make me laugh a lot, and the demonstrations that they give are fantastic. I think probably Fleur's one of my favourite because I didn't think I would be able to do chainmail, and I tried it with Fleur and I love it, absolutely love it. The gemstones, I like learning about all the gemstones and to be able to tell people about them. It's such a great place to be with like-minded people.
Good afternoon, welcome back to Jewellery Maker. It's time for your deal of the day. Excuse me. Your deal of the day takes place 3 times a day, so 11 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the afternoon and 8 o'clock in the evening. That's if there's any quantity left. So we will try and bring you 3 chances to own it, but it isn't always the way because quantity sometimes sells out in the morning, sometimes sells out in the mid-show. You are getting a second chance to own this strand again today. I love these. Do you know, for me, I love, and I've said this lots of times before, I love big, perfectly round pearls, I really do. But there is something so much more feminine about that smaller size pearl. These are so beautiful. 5x4 millimeters in size in your freshwater cultured rice beads here. They are so delicate. Delicate enough to use in kind of your tiara twists and your hair combs and your fascinators. But these will look beautiful. Simply restranded, pearl knotted, adding a solid sterling silver clasp in there as well, and they will look phenomenal. Now, we are really lucky here at Jewellery Maker that we bring you pearls pretty much every day of the week. And that is down to our buying power here at Jewellery Maker. You know, we've got an incredible buying team that secure us the best deals. But when you think about pearls, they are actually very, very rare indeed. Now, when you think that that mollusk has to produce a pearl that is of gemstone quality. I mean, when you think that pearl starts out perhaps a grain of sand or some kind of debris, and then that mollusk will squirt a substance that will then form and over time grow around that. So it will, that's what will give you the pearl. But for every mollusk that's unturned and there is no, you know, nothing of gemstone quality in there, you know, you could be looking at kind of 1 every 100 that is gemstone quality. And when you think about it like that, they're actually very, very rare indeed to get a gemstone quality pearl. You have the most fantastic luster, the most beautiful pearlescence in these pearls. Aren't they just dreamy? I'm going to measure the strand for you actually. 5x4 millimeters in size for you. We are looking at approximately 40 centimeters, 16 inches in length there. So by the time you've pearl knotted these and perhaps added a solid sterling silver clasp in there as well, you could be looking at up to, I don't know, 17, 18 inches with something like that. In fact, I'm going to hold it up, sorry. I'm going to hold that up, and I'm going to hold it up kind of pearl to pearl so you can get some idea of the length. So that is, the two ends are touching at the back of my neckline. So that's how that's going to sit on the neckline. So once you've pearl knotted and you've added your clasp in there as well, that might give you that little bit more. But isn't that just the perfect length for a pearl necklace?
Lovely size.
Yeah, they're so delicate, aren't they? And I think this is also the kind of size that you can actually wear with anything and everything, isn't it? Because, you know, there's people like the Queen, of course, that's never seen without her pearls on. She wears her pearls every single day. But, you know, it might be that you've got your kind of perfect 10mm rounds, if you're lucky, that you wear for going out, you know, for dinner, for a night out with the girls, or, you know, for that real special occasion. But then something like this, I think, you know, you can wear these in the daytime. It's like there's no reason why you couldn't wear these with your white blouse to work, perhaps, or your suit, whatever it is, whatever your attire, in fact. But you have so many pearls on that strand. They don't have to be restranded as a necklace if you don't want. You could take those gemstones individually and have some really beautiful, delicate earrings. Quite a while back, we had some earring findings, which I purchased, actually. And they've got 3 different lengths of chain in them. You could have 3 drops on that chain and they would look gorgeous. £6.95. £6.95 for genuine pearls. Cameron, what do you think you'd sell these for? What do you think you'd resell them for?
Oh, depending what they were. If I I don't do pearl knotting.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not something that I've tried and it frightens me. But I think I would put those with spacer beads perhaps, or even just restringing them onto some beading wire.
Yeah.
You're looking at £50 easily.
Oh, yeah.
Just for a necklace.
Yeah.
A nice sterling silver clasp. And maybe a little drop at the back of the pearls.
Oh, that would look gorgeous.
Keep it quite simple.
In fact, this shape of pearl and the size of this pearl, they're perfect for adding onto your extended chains as drops down the back as well. You know, if you're doing your bridal pieces, they're perfect for that. A little bit of attention to detail. Perfect for your tiara twists and your hair combs and your fascinators. Again, imagine having a pearl necklace passed down to you that was made by your grandmother or your great-grandmother. You know, I think a pearl necklace is something we kind of always think of as a family heirloom piece of jewellery that was perhaps bought for somebody, but to have that piece passed down that was actually actually made by them, I think would be phenomenal. You've got the real deal. Do you know what I think I would do actually with this size? I'd multi-buy and I'd go for that multi-stranded design. So I'd kind of go, I might even go 4. No, I think I might go 3. I think 3. Have a look at that on the wrist. So you've got 3 strands of pearls, multi-stranded bracelet. I always think that looks incredibly high-end, very, very expensive. If you've got the spacers that we have as well, you know, the rose spacers, the multi-strand spacers, one of those would look fabulous in this design. In fact, if you got the metre-long length of emeralds that we had earlier on, pop those emeralds and pearls together, or the peridot that you had as your one to own today as well. Peridot and pearls again, look at those. £6.95, LXRO25 is your code. Pearls will go with anything. They'll work beautifully because you've got that fantastic fresh colour there. They'll work with anything. They've got that beautiful softness. And at £6.95, I'd get your certificate of authenticity with these as well. Extra 25p if you add it to your order, or you can print it off free of charge at the web, www.JewelleryMaker.com. Remember, it's under £10 a day here at Jewellery Maker, right up until 10 o'clock this evening. I say 10 o'clock, it's actually until 8 o'clock in the morning, really. Ah, party strand. Ah, do you know what? I really like how these have been stranded. Look at these. Oh, do you know, that's really made me look at these in a different way. I would restrand them as they are. You know, have those spaces in between, perhaps, you know, a few spacer beads in there for a little bit more luster. Shards of luster. 170 carats of your blue quartz fancy bars, 13 by 4 to 29 by 5 millimeters in size. If you want to add luster into a design, you are looking at the right gemstone here. Not just luster, but I mean, look at that fantastic rainbow of colour. You've got gorgeous golden hues, beautiful blues in there, purples in there as well. You could just take one of these in exactly the same way that we had the soda-like nuggets earlier on. Take one of those, pop that into a pinch bail or half-jewel pendant bail, and just have that on its own as a pendant, and that would look really, really pretty. Or just delicately wire wrap one of those into a ring. Don't you think these would be great for gents' pieces as well? These would look fab, wouldn't they? Just one pop it onto, you know, some cord, again, into a bracelet design. Now, I'm just going to count out how many you have on this strand. So we've got 5 in each, yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Approximately 60 gemstones you've got on that strand there. They look fabulous, don't they? You know, sometimes you might be looking at designs. It might just, say, for example, a strand of black agate that you've restranded, and you're looking at that design. As you said earlier on, you were looking at it thinking, it's missing something. You know, there's just not something. It could be something as simple as just popping one of these into your design, throw in that luster, throw in that focal point, and that could complete. Look at the colours on those. £6.95, under £10. It doesn't mean that we're going to take every single price tag down to £9.95. £6.95 for your CYPO97 is your code for this one. They are 13 by 4 to 29 by 5 centimetres in size. Really, really sizable. What do you think you'd do with these, Karen?
I was just looking at them then. Actually, when you held them up,
yeah,
and when they were moving, it looked like dancing on a string. Like loads of people dancing. I'm not quite sure how I would get the best out of them. I think you need a few together.
Yeah.
And I think maybe spacing them with either spacer beads or jump rings, but keeping a lot of them together works much better than separating them out, I think.
Do you know, I think you're saying that actually, a big cluster of these, if you kind of tried to cluster them together, so you've got these different shards, that kind of reminds me, it's very Alexander McQueen. If you know, you have a look at any of his kind of designs in clothing, there's lots of skulls and shards and stuff like that as well. That kind of reminds me of something that is quite designer actually, if you were to do that within your pieces. They look fantastic, so lustrous and so colourful as well at just £6.95. CYPO97 is your code for these. If you haven't dialed yet, you can do it now. Free telephone number as well. Well done. Like, when was the last time you saw Larimar? I can't even remember. It's been an absolute age since I've seen Larimar. I've certainly not brought it to you myself for quite some time. The Keshi pearls, the strand of pearls that I had earlier on would look fantastic. Look at that for a holiday strand. Oh, isn't that just, I mean, those blues, that for me, that is Maldives right there, isn't it? You know, that colour. I say this all the time. You know, back in the day, before we would book holidays online, you might go and pick a brochure up and take it home and look through that brochure, and you'd see pictures of the sea in somewhere like the Maldives and think, well, it's not that colour. Bet it's not that colour. That's the colour that you would dream the sea to be, isn't it? Just beautiful. Again, going back to like kind of, you know, really tranquil hues, really calming hues you've got with this. This, for me, makes me think summer. You look great with your pearls, but also because of that colour there, again, you could take that through the seasons. You could quite easily put that into a wintry design, perhaps in a brooch design to go on your pashmina or your wrap. That would look nice, wouldn't it? 200 carats of your Larimar you've got there. Look at that colour. Do you know, I love the irregular shapes that you've got here, the organicness of the gemstone there as well. Chips and nuggets look fantastic as beady beads. Again, adds that organicness to that shape for you. They're 9x5 to 18x12 millimetres in size in your Larimar here. 200 carats, LS, GP. So, do you know what, you could have been sat there for the last couple of weeks, the last month or so, thinking, oh, when are they going to have a new Larimar? When are they going to have a new Larimar? Under £10 day, bonus. £4.95 for you. Phenomenal. Get 2 of these. We're still under £10, aren't we? Still under £10 at £4.95. 0800 644 655. LSGP 31. Somebody told us that not long ago, didn't they? I remember that story now. Larimar comes from the Dominican Republic. And one of our, I don't know if it was a guest designer or one of the crew or somebody said to us that they'd been over there, and actually if you go to the Dominican and see Larimar in jewellery, it is extortionate. Yeah, really, really highly priced. Right. And that's in the country where it comes from. You know, we've got it here. So, and we're bringing it to you at £4.95. Isn't that just fantastic? It is crazy. 9x5 to 18x12 millimetres. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 40, 2, 4, 6, 8, 52. 52 nuggets I've got there. They are gorgeous. I'm thinking kind of tree of life designs as well. Just adding some organicness maybe. If you're doing a bigger design, like one of our customers, Leslie, she made us probably going back 6 months ago. That's on the shelf behind Karen. Probably one of the biggest tree of lives we've ever seen. Just over Karen's shoulder there. It's huge. There it is. Look at the size of that. That is absolutely, you know, nuggets of this size, if you wanted to go for something ornamental like that, you know, you wanted to bring that colour into your home, multi-buy. LSGP 31, well done if you've managed to get that. One of the most, if not the, no, I'm going to go with the most popular gemstone chain. Yeah. I've got this. Love it. Love it. And I have it as a three-strand bracelet. And it's just got a jump ring and a lobster claw fastening. And you know what? So many people have tried to pinch it off me. My sister, my mum, my friend. Yeah, every time I wear it, oh, give me that. You don't really want it, do you? Yes, I do. That's why I'm wearing it, and I love it. Thank you. Look how beautiful this is. I mean, spinel, for me, I've always said, give me spinel any day of the week over black diamonds. Sometimes with black diamonds you get pits and flaws that you won't necessarily see in your black spinel. You've got so much luster. This for me is an evening gemstone. It's a going out gemstone. It kind of brings glamour to designs. I think black spinel, it brings elegance. This is back in stock by popular demand. You've got, and when you think about this as well, so you've got a metre long length of rose gold plated sterling silver chain. So if you have a close look at that chain and have a look at how beautifully and how perfectly all of those wrapped loops have been done, the consistency in the size, if you were to do that, a metre long length, how long would it take? What do you think, Karen? How long would you think it would take you?
I haven't a clue because I wouldn't even start to attempt
You wouldn't attempt
no,
it.
Not a chance.
A lot of guest designers say that here at Jewellery Maker. Do you know, I think it might be the kind of thing that I would like to think, I'd attempt, but would so give up. I'd just thought, you know what?
An inch later.
I've done an inch in 4 hours. I'm not going to bother anymore. Let's face it, we've done all of the work for you, haven't we, there? So you've got a metre long length, but because of those wrapped loops, when we're looking at wire, you've probably got 1.5 meters of wire there that is 925 rose gold plated. Then we've added 8 carats of beautifully faceted spinel. Do you know what I'm going to have to... can I just say, my length that I got was $14.95. I don't know if I should say that out loud, but it was. Yeah, $14.95. But I know, because of the day it is today, you're actually going to get it for less. Which means that I'm going to come in and I'm going to get this again, because when I had mine, so I think I used nearly 1/2 metre, perhaps 1/2 metre for my bracelets, made an anklet as well. I want that layered up look. How beautiful does that look? A whole metre length you've got there. Looks so elegant, so beautiful, so high end as well. You know, if you saw this on a bust in a designer boutique, I don't think you'd have a price tag of £9.95 on it. We've done all of the work for you in this piece. It is just beautiful. And it's one of, if not the most popular gemstone chain that we've ever had. And in fact, I paid $14.95 for mine. If I'm correct, when we launched these gemstone chains, they were $19.95 when we launched them. 925 sterling silver ones, they were definitely up there. Look at that. What would you do, Karen? Do you think you'd use the whole length in one design, or would you kind of...
Probably.
Yeah.
And layer it, as you said. It's lovely. I love black spinel, and I miss it every single time it's on.
Oh, hopefully, if your personal shopper is still watching, you might just be able to get some. £9.95. So with that metre long length that you've got there, you could get 2 16-inch lengths for necklaces. You could make 2 necklaces 16 inches in length, and you could make a 7-inch bracelet with that. Anklets, this is beautiful for anklets as well, because it just falls so nicely around the ankle. It sits very beautifully. Looks so expensive, doesn't it? So high end. You could, if you're brave enough, again, I'm actually not, but I know a lot of you are. If you wanted to cut this, you could have kind of different lengths and take, you know, a good few inches for earrings as well. That would look nice, wouldn't it?
Nice as well, yeah.
Like tassel earrings, tassel, that would look fabulous. AIUD46 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. Webbers, make sure you are checking out as soon as you possibly can for that one. If there are any left in 40 minutes' time, I'm definitely getting this one. Definitely getting that one. Gorgeous. Right. 2 of your layout bars. Oh, popularity up there, because this is such a versatile colour. You can put them with absolutely anything and everything in your stash. Black gemstones and white gemstones, clear gemstones. I'm always saying gemstones essentials, gemstone essentials. If you can get them into your stash whenever you can, go for it. These layout bars have been really popular. Again, we've kind of done a degree of the work for you there. They've been cut beautifully, polished beautifully, and graduated for you in the strand. They're like piano keys, aren't they? You will get both of these. 4x10 to 4x30 millimeters in size, and you've got 70 carats on each strand there. That's a lot, isn't it? You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 gemstones. That right there is a really glamorous, really red carpet pair of earrings, if you wanted to. Or you could take one of the layout bars and you could restrand those or rethread them onto some wire. You know the necklace collars that we have? So you could kind of wire wrap these around one of the necklace collars that we do here at Jewellery Maker, or make yourself a torque necklace and wire wrap them on, or just use them individually as pendants. You could take the 2 smaller ones or 2 matching sizes and have those as earrings. So you could make them go very, very far. EFPO74 is your code for this one. 800 644 655. Webbers, check out as soon as you possibly can. Just restranding these, having spacer beads again. Perfect.
Or the quartz that we had earlier.
Oh,
they would work as spacers in there.
They definitely would, wouldn't they?
Really well.
We opened the show with those actually earlier on, so if you've got access to the web, just go and have a look and see if there's any left. And I'm just going to try and undo one of these if I can, very, very quickly, so that I can hold that up so you can just see how that would sit against the neckline. 0800 644 655. I would be dialing now. £7.95. So that works out to approximately £4 each. Well, if we were staying at that price tag, but we're not. Oh, I love these. £5.95. I don't know why I'm whispering. I like that. Choker style, that would look really, really nice, wouldn't it? £5.95 for you this evening, this afternoon even. 0800 644 655 EFPO 74. Any of your gemstones that you've already got in your stash. So if you managed to get the peridot earlier on, just pop the peridot round as spaces in there. You've got that fantastic splash of colour that you're going to add in there with that lustre. How beautiful would they look? £5.95. It could be the pearls as well. How Art Deco would that look? Oh, I like that. Deal of the day, did you get those? Get these as well. Add them to your order. No extra cost on your postage and packaging. So from midnight last night right through until midnight tonight, one postage packaging of £2.95 for you. Isn't that just fantastic? Amanda in Kent, Charlotte, Davina, well done to you. Tracy in Worcestershire, Philippa in Bristol, Lorna, Sarah in Wiltshire, Jen in Paris. If you've got, I know we've had the Jasper layout bars before. What are the gemstones? We've had some agate ones before. You could try and use them all together, couldn't you? The agate and Jasper together. Oh, there we are. Or just 2 pairs of earrings. Can you imagine those as statement earrings? Look fabulous, wouldn't they? Linda in County Durham, Amanda in Kent, Charlotte in Lancashire, Geraldine in Gloucestershire, you've just checked out on the telephone lines. Well done, Beverly, you're there. Catherine, congratulations. Anne, Lillian, you're in. Well done to you. Lots and lots of you shopping till you're dropping today. Not just shopping with baskets, but shopping with trolleys. Love it. EFPO 74. Oh. Whenever you hear the word tanzanite in an under £10 day, makes me panic a lot. Of course, the rondelles sold out that we had earlier on. How pretty is this? Now, if you have a look at that famous charm brand on the high street, 925 sterling silver charm. The last time that I looked, no gemstone was £45. This features tanzanite. Do you know what I love about this? You know, tanzanite is the gemstone of new beginnings, isn't it? So, you know, this charm could be for, you know, it could be new baby, it could be new relationship, it could be new house, it could be new day. Absolutely, yes, I am clutching at straws there. But, you know, I don't need a reason to come in for this. My reason for coming in for this would be, well, it's a new auction, so I need that tanzanite. There you go. You have a 7-point... round shape, brilliant gemstone quality tanzanite. How, do you know, I've got to be honest with you again, I'd be so tempted to take the lobster claw fastening off. Is that jump ring an open jump ring? Yes, it is. Bonus. I would open up that jump ring, take the lobster claw fastening off, save that, obviously, because it's 925 sterling silver. Attach another jump ring and pop that onto a chain. How pretty as a pendant. In fact, if you multi-buy, you could have the earrings and the pendant and the charm if you wanted to as well. That would look phenomenal. In fact, can I just hold this up to the neckline? Just for size, I think that would look so pretty. VNPK 91. Remembering as well that sterling silver, that's going to add value to any of your... How gorgeous. I love this. It's 25 by 13 millimetres in size. Solid 925 sterling silver. And 7 points of... I mean, the clarity in that tanzanite is just phenomenal. What did I say? Right. I said 7 points. Scott thought I was guessing the price tag. No idea. £7.95 for you today. Even if you're not sure of how you're going to use this, or perhaps who it's even for at this moment in time. I think most of you will be coming in and getting one for yourself. Anyway, I'd be multi-buying too. Sharon in Essex has got 3. So perhaps, Sharon, are you thinking earrings and the pendant maybe? Save the lobster claw fastening for something else? Or maybe you're thinking 3 gift ideas. I mean, I'd be filling that present drawer for the end of year event with something like this.
That is lovely.
It's really pretty, isn't it?
And
really,
I'd do exactly what you said. Have it just as a
pendant. Yeah, I think I'd
pair of earrings. Get another,
yeah, you could have the entire suite.
On a
And one on a bracelet as well. Fabulous. And look at the price tag. I know somebody a couple of months ago that went into, I nearly said the name then, but we all know what we're talking about. The charm brand on the high street, £600 on a charm bracelet. And you know, if you want to spend £600 on a charm bracelet, that's fine. But you don't have to. You just don't have to. You can save that money and spend it somewhere else. And come here with Jewellery Maker and get fantastic gemstone charms, genuine gemstone charms, so affordably. That is just beautiful. Look at the lustre just from the sterling silver, never mind the tanzanite. I mean, the detail in this design as well. There's so much 925 sterling silver there, and I'll just turn that around the back for you as well, because you've got your 925 stamp on the back there as well. Wow, lustre-tastic. Only 20 left. Audrey has got 3, Mary in Kent's got 2, Chris in Hampshire's got 3, Alice in Essex has got 2, Sharon in Lancashire's got 2. There are about 20 in baskets right now. Just check out, because this is going to sell out very, very quickly. Massive well done if you've managed to get a couple of these. Audrey, on the telephone lines, you've just got 3. Belinda in the West Midlands, you've just managed to get 2 on the web there as well. Joy in Essex, Maura in County Kildare, Wendy in Nottinghamshire, Patricia in Yorkshire, Collector in Somerset, Kath in Pembrokeshire. How are you, lovely? Hope you well done if you've managed to get this. Teresa in Devon, congratulations. Lynn in Lancashire, that quantity falling very, very quickly. In fact, looking at my call screen, I can see some of you have checked out. But then actually you're thinking, oh, do you know what, I'm going to get 2. And I can see that quantity going up next to your name as I speak. I don't blame you. 30-day money back guarantee. I don't think anybody will be sending this back today, do you? 0800 644 655. Christine in Dorset, you've just checked yours out straight away. No hanging around there. Well done to you. Lorna in Berkshire, you've just joined me on the web. Still got quite a few of you on the telephone lines. It will be fastest fingers first right now, as quickly as you can confirm for this, because there will be quite a few of you missing out. We're down to just single figure quantity right now. Margaret in the West Midlands is just taking that down even more, because she's decided to get 2. Well done to you. Judith in West Sussex has got 2 on the telephone lines. There's a lot of people on the web that are going to miss out. I'm so sorry. You've just got to be really, really quick. Do remember, it doesn't matter how many times you log in and check out, you've still only got 1p and P to pay. So don't worry, you know, don't put it in your basket and think, well, I'm going to carry on shopping, so I won't check it out yet. Just check it out as soon as you can so that you don't miss out. That's gorgeous. Last couple of chances. Right to the finishing post. Right, topaz. Oh, now look at this for a clasp. High end. As I was saying earlier on, 925, I love this precious metal. It's always been my favourite. It's the most lustrous of precious metals. You don't need gemstones because you've got so much lustre. It's one of those that you don't really need to overdo with 925, because it just kind of speaks for itself. But the more you get to work with 925 and the more you do work with it, you'll know just by looking at that finding or that head pin or that jump ring, you'll look and you will know before you've even picked it up that it is solid 925 sterling silver. It's got such an incredible quality. 92.5% pure silver we're looking at. We're looking at incredible durability. And I was saying this the other day that actually, you know, we perhaps think that perhaps gold is sometimes a better choice because it's more expensive, you know, it's which gold generally is anyway. But actually, when it comes to durability, gold is actually very soft. And quite often you'll find that with different carats of gold, 925 has actually been added to give it that stability, to give it that durability. So making the choice of 925, really good choice, because you've got the best of all worlds, in my opinion. It's a precious metal that is very affordable here at Jewellery Maker. It's a precious metal that's going to give you durability with your jewellery. It's a precious metal that actually, when you're making jewellery, you want that jewellery to last a lifetime. And it will with 925 sterling silver. With certain gemstones like the tanzanite that we had earlier on, like the pearls that we've had as well, You want the finest, you want the best, and when people are buying your jewellery with a certain calibre of gemstone like your Big Five, they will expect a very, very high-end precious metal. Now this, for me, would finish off a pearl necklace beautifully. Your tanzanite necklace, gorgeous. Not only do you have a considerable amount of 925 sterling silver, but you also have white topaz in there as well. And how sparkly is that? Now, for me, white topaz, really, really fabulous choice. Who doesn't like diamonds? I can't hear anyone. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. For many of us, diamonds are way out of our reach. If you wanted to get diamonds with this kind of clarity, you would be looking at a considerable price tag. With your topaz, you're probably on par with that of a VVSI graded diamond. If you were getting that diamond this size, you'd be paying a lot more money, of course you would. But with topaz, you've got the clarity of a really high graded diamond. You've got diamond-like brilliance and you've got diamond-like luster. So it actually is a very, very great alternative to your diamonds. You've got that 925 sterling silver there as well. I've got to be honest with you, I'd be making this a feature in my design, really would. I mean, can you imagine just taking some trace chain, perhaps your 925 sterling silver trace chain, and attaching that either side. How pretty does that look? But again, you know, you could use this as a charm if you wanted to, very, very easily. No problem at all. So it's entirely up to you what you want to do. But I'd be multi-buying once again. XAPK54 at £9.95. I've already got Weber's checking out. That pound button is really stuck. £7. Quick, somebody do something. £7.95. Massive, massive well done if you've already managed to check this out. Do remember that you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you get this home, you have a look, perhaps you put it next to that strand of pearls, or you put it with that silver chain, whatever it is, and you think, do you know what, I don't think I'm going to use it, I don't think it's for me. All you need to do, oh yeah, is send it back. Look at that for a combo. Love, love, love that. Lots and lots of you coming through on the phone lines. When you come through on the phone lines, there is an automated message, and you are more than welcome to listen to that whenever you wish to do so. But if you just want to get through, press your number 1 button. That puts you straight through to the call centre. If you are calling through for the very first time, all I'll do is take a few details from you, set your account up, and they'll give you your account number. Then every time you dial back after that, it's very, very straightforward and very, very easy to order. Easy to set up, whether you're coming through on the phone lines. If you then shop on the web, really easy. But also, I know a lot of you, I'm exactly the same, don't want to miss out. Download the app. Download the app onto your tablet or your phone, and you can take us with you. And actually, for somebody like me who doesn't do technology in any way, shape or form, I can't do a PowerPoint presentation, I can barely type, I'm rubbish. But the app, really, really straightforward. It's so easy to use. So if you haven't downloaded the app yet, do that as well, and you can take us with you on the move then as well. We're at just £7.95 for you this afternoon. Pauline in Berkshire's got 2. Collect It in Surrey's got 2. Massive congratulations to you. Judith in West Sussex, you're there. Collect It in Gloucestershire. Congratulations to you. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Doesn't start from today. Oh no. Starts from the day that you get these delivered to your door. Any of your orders, the 30-day money-back guarantee doesn't start until the day that you have them delivered. Then you've got 30 days to think about it, to make your mind up. Our 30-day money-back guarantee a person is very bored. Nobody sends anything back, really. Scott saying, how long does my 30-day money-back guarantee last?
Think about it.
30 days. Unbelievable. Ah, look at this. This is gorgeous. Going back to silver, I could talk to you all day long about silver. I absolutely love it. It's always my first choice instantly. And this, I mean, look at that. Luster-tastic. How expensive does this look? Can you see the fluidity of this chain as well? The box chain is great. For giving you that fluidity. When you've got that weight in 925, it really, you know, whether it be the snake chain, the box chain, it gives you that fantastic fluidity, whether you're wearing it on the wrist or wearing it around the neckline. Now this is a 16-inch 925 box chain that is rhodium plated. Now, rhodium plating, well, rhodium, it belongs to the platinum family. It's one of the most expensive precious metals on the planet. Put that on top of silver and it will stop your 925 from tarnishing. This for me is win-win. I've got 925 that's not going to tarnish, and I've got rhodium that actually is adding value to the 925 sterling silver before the 925 adds value to your design. It's brilliant. And this is a finished necklace for you as well. You may have heard me say before that every day I wear a 925 sterling silver necklace. I've got lots of different designs, roller chain, box chain, snake chain, you name it, I've got it. And pretty much most of the time people will compliment me on it. And it's nothing, you know, I don't think nothing that fancy. It's not like it's an amazing design that I've made, but it just gives off such incredible luster that people notice it. And I think when you're wearing a 925 chain just by itself, because of the fluidity and the luster, it looks very, very elegant. It looks really elegant and it looks very, very feminine. And that is something I wear no matter what I'm wearing. Anything and everything. Your little black dress, your jeans and your t-shirt, again, fabulous. Great gift idea as well if you want to perhaps buy something for somebody, but you're not sure if they're ring size, you're not sure if they've got their ears pierced. Perhaps come in and buy them a chain and then make them a pendant to go on the chain, and then you can make them another pendant for the next birthday, and then next Christmas you can make them another pendant. It's kind of the gift that keeps giving, if you like. But if you have a look at these links on the box chain and look how thick and substantial that chain is. Any chain that we have here at Jewellery Maker, I'm always saying this, that you look at it and you can see how substantial that sterling silver is. And you know that actually if you catch that, it's not going to snap. You know, the amount of times you see chains that are really fine, you know, the really fine chains on the high street that perhaps, you know, you catch that on a jumper, anything like that, and you think it's going to snap. That is so well made. You've got a lot of 925 sterling silver, and you have that plated with the most expensive precious metal. That's nothing wrong with your television screen, by the way. I'm just twisting the chain. And that would be me sat at home going, is there something wrong with the colour? Is something wrong with my telly? No, it's just the luster off the chain because I'm twisting it. ZFPO98 is your code for this one, £8.95. Now, the last time I looked on the high street, £11.99 was the lowest price I could find. That's a good price. Still not Jewellery Maker prices, though. Oh, that pound button. What? It's gone faulty. £4.95. Multi-buy. Even if you can... This is rhodium plated. That is absolutely bananas. A finished chain that is rhodium plated. Oh, I've got to get this as well. Oh, there's no the kits have gone. The kits have sold out, so I can't get any of the floor right now. Unbelievable. I'm definitely getting the pearls. I'm getting the spinel chain that we've had. I'm now coming in. I'm getting this as well, and I'm getting quite a few. I've got to, even if you sold it on as it is, Karen, you know, perhaps sold that on. It's rhodium plated. Let's not forget. Even if you sold that on at £10, you probably undercut loads of people. Everyone, in fact, rhodium plated. So you could be undercutting a lot of people by selling it at £10. So you know you're going to be able to sell them. But you doubled your money. Yeah. Auction website. How much? Rhodium plated. £7.90. That's amazing. That's really good. But still not Jewellery Maker prices. And you know, the amount of people that have texted in about that auction website and said, well, you think you're buying 95 sterling silver, or, you know, and the amount of times it's not, actually, I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't risk it. And they get a pair of socks instead. 0800 644 655. Did you just say you know somebody that did that? It was in the news. I didn't see that. Somebody that bought a television off an auction website and just got the box. Oh. Oops. I would not be happy at all. I'm sure that something can be done about that. I don't trust. I'm funny with things like that. This is, again, great thing about us here at Jewellery Maker. We've been here for 6 years. Free telephone number, 30-day money-back guarantee, incredible prices all day, every day. over 50,000 of us are on Facebook. There's a huge community there. You know that you can buy with confidence from us here at Jewellery Maker. You've got that 30-day money-back guarantee to fall back on. If for any reason you are not satisfied, you can just send them back. Just send them back. Can you imagine? You know how guest designer Sammy Fletcher has those lovely boxes that she has made with Sammy Fletcher designs written on it. Can you imagine popping one of these chains into a box like that? I mean, what kind of prices could you pop on a chain like that? I mean, you come in and get the butterfly, the tanzanite, and pop that on there.
I was thinking that earlier. It would just look lovely on there.
It would look really pretty, wouldn't it? I'm just going to pop it on. I've got the lobster claw fastening on there as well. Karen and I both said we'd take that off and just attach another jump ring. Oh, hello! Look at that. What kind of price tag did we take the charm down to now? Is it £7.95? £7.95, £4.95. We are approximately £13. Oh, get out of town for a tanzanite necklace cost. Shocking, I tell you. And you would still have your lobster claw fastening left over as well to use in another design if you wanted to do that. Of course, you don't have to. It's entirely up to you. Belinda in the West Midlands, well done. You've got 2. Collect It in Surrey's got 2. Laura in Greater Manchester's got 2. Alenka in Greater London's got 4. Well done. Patricia in Greater Manchester, you've got 2. Rabina in Lanarkshire's got 2. Elizabeth has got 2. Pauline in Hampshire's got 2. Sharon in Essex, you've got 3. Natalia, in West Essex, you've got 2. Sandra in Aberdeenshire times 2. Pauline in Berkshire times 3. Pat in Cornwall's got 2. Julie in Cheshire's got 2. Nagat in Surrey's got 2. Philippa in Bristol's got 2. Evelyn on the Scottish borders, you've got 2. Tracy in Worcestershire's got 2. Oh, why would you not multi-buy? I mean, you know, you can take as many as you like, and we won't limit you to how many you come in and buy per customer. So if you want to, if you want to shop now, you can. It's like the January sale come early, isn't it? It's like. It's a bit silly, really. I wouldn't expect to see £9.25 in and under £10. Do you know silver prices have gone up as well? Massively. When our buying team went out to India last time, they kind of gave us the heads up that going forward, you know, if we are purchasing £9.25, that prices will be expected to rise here at JM because the prices have gone up in the industry. You've got to take advantage of these prices when they're on offer. You really have. You've got that 30 days to fall back on. If you get this home for whatever reason, you think it's not worth it, send it back to me because I will take them all off you. ZFP098. We've got about 20 in baskets right now, as soon as you can. Oh, I love that. Look, you can see from there. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Shell flowers. Charms. Look at them. Oh, they're gorgeous. It's like in fact, I'm going to go for this one here because if I turn that way, that's like a rainbow, actual rainbow within that gemstone. Oh, look at that. It is, isn't it? It's an actual rainbow that you've got there. Gorgeous pinks, greens. Oh. It's like magic, isn't it? It's really quite ethereal and fairy-like.
Yes.
Oh, they're so pretty. 12mm. You've got your peach and mother of pearl flowers here. These are perfect for wish bracelets, I'm thinking. Again, just coming up to the summer holidays for the kids. Oh my gosh, I know. 1 week here in the Midlands and that is it. Queues everywhere. That soft play area that you always go to with your toddlers, forget it for the next 6 weeks. You know, we can't guarantee the weather here in the UK, unfortunately. So if we're stuck indoors in the rain, what do you do? Jewellery make, that's what you do. These would be perfect. A wish bracelet's actually really, really easy to do. If you're not sure, all a wish bracelet is, you can take any kind of threading material, pop one of these gemstones onto your threading material, tie a knot in it or attach a clasp, whatever you want to do with that, and then pop it on a card. So that card might have a little poem about friendship, about love, anything you like. Those kinds of things fly off craft stores. Sell them. Okay, let's sell them at £1 each. Tiny bit of thread, 1 gemstone. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. There's £32 there. at £1 each. I've only paid £4.95. £2 each, entirely up to you. It's entirely up to you. Fabulous. Or charms, again, you know, making charms. We have lots of craft bags here at Jewellery Maker. And we've got the black, the plain ones, so the black ones with the white Jewellery Maker logo on. I've always said, you know, advertise yourself, make yourself a walking advert. If you have your own business, embellish it with whatever. Make your own charms, you know, have that hanging off your craft bag. Whoops. So when we're walking around, people can see your designs. I love those colours. Because I was talking about rainbows, Ryan just started showing off. He's like, my rainbow's better than yours. Look at this. EHPO82 is your code for these. Rings, they'd be great for. Hair pieces, tiaras, they'd be great for as well. So many different things you could do with these. They're just so lustrous. And the pearlescence, the iridescence that you've got there, I should say, those different colours coming through, they're magical. I'm thinking of kind of decor as well. You know, like children's mobiles or lampshades. Obviously, always make sure they are out of reach when it's something of this size. But I think, you know, kind of, or just simply gluing them to a picture frame.
That would look lovely because they're a substantial size.
Yeah.
And they've just got that beautiful colour to them.
Yeah.
And lovely sheen.
They're beautiful, aren't they? I quite like the idea now. I'd like, if I had a photo frame, you know, like the plain jewellery box that we have, that I randomly embellished the other day, sent it back to the warehouse with a pig on, or whatever it was. Completely by accident, Just put some gilding flakes on it, gave it a little rub. It turned out to be a pig. It was brilliant. I'm just thinking, you know, you could glue these onto that jewellery box or, you know, a photo frame. It would look fantastic as well. So again, just thinking outside of the jewellery box and kind of, you know, using them in decor and on photo frames and stuff as well. Fabulous. EHPO82 and at £4.95, you can actually get 2 strands of this for under £10 today. If you haven't dialed yet, you can do it now. 800 644 655, Webbers as soon as you can. Get checking out earrings as well. You know, perfect for rings. In fact, they look great as earrings because of the movement, because it's about the way that the light catches the gemstone. You see as I wiggle them, you can see the iridescence coming through there. So as earrings, with that movement, they would look phenomenal, wouldn't they? Absolutely phenomenal. Just the other day, actually, I was looking through my own stash for star-shaped gemstones. Because I made the Tree of Life design the other day that I was talking to you about on the Labradorite cabochon. I wanted to put a moon or a star in there somewhere. These particular ones would have been a little bit big for my design, but they'd work fabulously in designs like that as well. Kind of creating scenes. EHPO82, well done if you've managed to get those. Just make sure you're checking out your baskets. How long do we have left? Ooh, not long. Garnet. Now, one of our budding beaders made this fabulous, fabulous design. Oh, I've been looking at this for so long as well. This is, I don't have a name on it, unfortunately. I think Anne has been in making jewellery, but I'm not 100% sure. It was who, sorry? Oh, I'm not sure on this one. I mean, look at that. Richness of colour that you've got there. They're so deep in colour, these garnet. Now, that is a complete necklace that, to say is gem heavy is an understatement. And then, not just one gemstone in each ear, but 2 in the earrings there as well. With the gold, looks so rich. An example of what you could be doing with this strand today. 360 carats of garnet. Yes, please. It's one of those, isn't it? Sorry, I mentioned it again. The only reason it's quite fresh in my mind is because we have Christmas in July here at Jewellery Maker, which is on the 25th of July. Just an excuse to take things down really low again. But garnet kind of always gives me that Christmassy feel, like berries on your holly, if you're making
berry colour.
Yeah.
I love garnet.
Really, it's beautiful, isn't it? Really, really stunning.
It's the depth of colour that you get in it and the way that it just glows. Yeah, I've always liked garnet.
And you know, it looks fantastic with pearls as well.
And with pearls it works.
Garnet and pearls. I mean, we are talking regal. Really, really high-end. Would you look at those? Oh, they look fabulous, don't they? Just stunning. If you're doing any of your birthstone jewellery, you will need this because it is the birthstone for January. So always worth having some garnet in your stash. And of course, for that special time of year, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Looking at approximately 40 gemstones. I say special time of year. It could be Valentine's Day actually, because garnet is a very romantic gemstone. It is the colour of love. It is the colour of passion. Get some of this into your stash. £6.95. Joan in Lanarkshire, you've got 2. Well done to you. Sharon in Essex, you've got 2. Oh, sorry, Joan, you haven't got 2. You've got 1. It's Joan. It's not. It's Sharon in Essex that's got 2. Oh my gosh. Call screen jumping all over the place. Loads of you coming through. Mandy in Hertfordshire, Anne-Marie in Greater London, Maura in County Kildare, you're all there as well. Stretchy bracelets. I mean, that would be... See, actually, I was just going to say that would be quite lavish, because I always think of garnet as a really high-end gemstone. But if we're only paying £6.95, do you know what? You could do that, couldn't you? And in the same kind of design that our budding beader has done, with the jump rings in between, you could do that in a simple stretchy as well, couldn't you? Just pop your jump rings in there. That way, you're adding lustre, but you can also add charms then if you want to. It gives you that connection to add charms or add anything into your design. XMPO01 is your code for this one. Get checking out. I think I've got time for one more. Oh, this just makes me think of a beautiful, beautiful mother of the bride, mother of the bridegroom. I mean, look, I instantly think weddings when I see shells, pearls, yes. You know. How gorgeous is this colour, Karen?
That's a stunning colour.
Oh,
one of my colour, lilacs.
Yeah. It's very popular.
Lilacs, pinks, blues, reds, all that tone, those tones.
They are. I would simply, not those. Again, 95 sterling silver class. That would be my mother of the bride, mother of the bridegroom piece on my castle. They are stunning. Genuine gemstone you have here with your shells. You always have that perfect round, which a lot of people prefer over the pearls. We're all, again, personal preference. We're all completely different. But that's a genuine gemstone you've got there. The lustre. It's almost blinding, isn't it, that you get from a shell? You know, that hazy light lustre that you've got there is just phenomenal. They are so, so perfect. Do you know what? I'm going to get these as well. I know I'm happy to pay £9.95. They're going on £10. 0800 644 655. Excuse me. And you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38. 40, I forgot how to count, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52 individual gemstones you have on this strand. You don't have to restrand these and have them as a necklace if you don't want to. You could go for earrings, couldn't you? Again, you could go for bracelets, bridesmaids. This is a great colour for bridesmaids as well, isn't it? I've seen lots of dresses this colour, in fact. I'm going to hold that pearl to pearl so you can see the kind of length we've got on that one already. And then by the time you've knotted them and added your clasp, I quite like it like that. I think, you know, perhaps another inch will be adding by putting in your clasp and your pearl knotting there as well. I mean, this would look great with a cream suit, wouldn't it? Kind of mother of the bride cream suit or a mushroomy colour or greys.
Just thinking about the peridot as well there.
Ooh, that would look nice, wouldn't it?
The spaces.
Yeah, definitely. Well, going out with a bang on the mid-show today. £3. And do you know what I was just thinking? If I sold this as a mother of the bride, mother of the bridegroom, I think I'd be, again, depends on where you're selling, obviously, but if I'm adding a 95 sterling silver clasp, time to knot, I'm probably going to be looking at £40 to £50.
I was thinking £50, £55.
Yeah, for something like that. £3.95 is all you're paying today. Elizabeth in Kent, you've got 2, Lorna in Berkshire, Sandra in Aberdeen, she collect it in Surrey, collect it in Conwy, well done, Sophia in Shropshire, you've got 2, Wendy in Northamptonshire, Christine in £3.95. Sometimes I just cannot get our prices around our heads, my head. Brilliant. Right, let's go over. Now, earlier on, I want to own peridot rounds. I'll take them with me actually. Never get to see peridot rounds, do we? Normally faceted gemstones, so popular. Loads of you came in earlier on, but actually, if you did miss out on the opportunity earlier on, you can come in now and get them. £9.95. How lucky were we to have them today as well? £9.95, 55 carats of your peridot plain rounds there. 4mm in size XC KY 37 is your code for these. 0800 644 655 or on the web at JewelleryMaker.com. If you've got anything in your basket at all from this afternoon, just make sure you check it out as soon as you can, because if you don't check out, you're not going to do it. Karen, it's been an absolute pleasure.
We'll get them.
Well, yeah, okay.
There is that,
I
yeah.
won't say anymore. When are you back, lovely?
Fortnight's time.
Are you mid-show, morning?
Morning.
My
first morning show, so that should be fun.
Hope you're an early bird. Who are you with? Do you know?
No, I don't yet.
Not sure who you're with yet?
No.
Any sneaky hints to the kids?
Nope, none whatsoever. Haven't a clue.
Ooh, what?
So I don't know.
Space. Make sure you're coming back and joining Karen there. Now, we've got guest designer Fleur and Laura DeLue taking you through the late show tonight. We are live here until 10 o'clock. It's going to continue. Under £10 Day will continue right up until we're live at 10 p.m. But then you have the replays. So if there's anything left for all you night owls that are tuning in the middle of the night, you might get another chance to own these pieces. So actually under £10, it's going to carry on until 8 o'clock in the morning, really. That's brilliant, isn't it? So we might be able to get some things, Karen.
We might.
Go home, I want to tell her. Right, I will be back with you tomorrow. I've got guest designer Nadja joining us tomorrow. Great show lined up for you, so please make sure you're coming back then as well. But for now, don't go anywhere. Laura DeLue and Aflo will be back with you in just a couple of minutes' time. Whatever you're doing for the rest of your evening, have a great one, have a safe one. I'll see you tomorrow back here at 1 o'clock.